Hello, what's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Thursday to you all. Good to see ya. What is up, Jesus? And also, iNewels18, A-Hander, welcome. Requin, G. Marcello, Jables, McBooty, A. Lewin. How is everyone doing tonight? Tonight, it's an arena day. We're playing some Explore. It's been a minute since we played some Explore. I'm excited for this deck. I've had this idea that Dinosaurs might actually be really good in Pioneer and Explorer. It's a format where it's not super huge, so they might actually be one of the better tribes. They got a lot of really good threats, so we're gonna put that to the test today. We're gonna play some Jund Dinosaurs to start off, and then maybe do some Torens Monumenting. We've been trying to get to this Monument deck for a while now. We just haven't quite made it. It's been our backup a couple of times, but I think tonight might be the night where we see if Monument can actually work in the Explorer format. So that's the plan for tonight, doing some exploring. Also, I don't know if I can get away with this. I really want to play Historic Gates. I don't know if I'm allowed to play Historic anymore. I really don't. I really, at some point, want to try Historic Gates because the deck is really cheap. I want to try Banefire Gates. We got the new Gates. Most importantly, we got Baldur's Gate, the Cabal coffers for Gates. We can tutor it up because we got, like, Circudius Root, the best knight ever, and then we just Banefire people, so I don't know. I don't know how you feel about his... Can we play Historic? Are we still allowed to play Historic, or is Historic just off limits now that Explorer's a thing? But maybe someday we'll do some Historic King. Gates, I just always have fun playing Gates. That's the main reason I want to play Explorer. I was very responsible. I was a responsible arena player. I built a Gates deck, and I think this is wrong, but I did not include any of the new Gates, other than the real quote-unquote one, Baldur's Gate. But I didn't play any of the altered ones that were altered for Alchemy, even though I think they would be really good in the deck because they can draw you a card and you can tutor them up and it gives you more Gates. But I was responsible arena. But also, like, honestly, I don't know. That's the hard part. That's what kills me about Historic at this point. There's this, I can't remember the name of the card. There's this new card from the Alchemy set that's 3 mana, and you conjure a card from its spellbook to the battlefield, and it's just the 5 new Gates. It would be a great ramp spell for this deck, but then it's like one of the fake cards, and then you're like getting down the Alchemy train. So we're playing Dinosaurs. But we might do some gating in the future. Why not pioneer Modern Gates or Explorer Gates? Why would you ever pick Historic? So we've played every format. Like, we've played Pioneer Gates not that long ago. We've played Modern Gates. We've played Standard Gates. The one reason that I would pick Explorer is it's the one format where Baldur's Gate's actually legal. Like, the new Gates from Commander Legends Baldur's Gate, they're only legal in Commander and then Legacy, which you can't really do Gates in Legacy because of Wasteland. You just get so wrecked by Wasteland. But you can't really do it Vintage Gate. I mean, that would actually be funny. I wonder what would happen. Maybe it could work. I wonder if there's a chance you could just go back to Vintage and no one would expect it because everyone's like so tuned to fight against Power 9 and fight against Brainstorms and so forth. Maybe you just go back to Vintage and you like play a Gatebreaker Ram and no one can deal with it. I could see that, or like a Gate Colossus. What's a Vintage player gonna do about a Gate Colossus? Like, no one's building their deck in Vintage to try to beat a random 8/8 for 3 or whatever. That could work. I mean, Wasteland's a problem. You're gonna get wrecked by Wasteland, that's for sure. But hey, Seth and Jet, just play Historic if you want. I think most of us just want to see you play and hang out no matter what. Well, I appreciate that. But we're gonna play some Dinosaurs first. We might do some gating in the future though. But we got a couple of sweet Explorer decks. I saw Forest in a Mountain. Is there more space for more Gates? You usually want like 1 or 2 basics and also untap lands in a Gate deck, just because of like Beseiju, for example, things like that. It's really painful if you get strip mined by a Beseiju and can't get a land out of it. So Vintage Gates would actually be hilarious. Now I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to play like our budget Gate deck in Vintage and just see what happens. I would be surprised if we won a match with it. But maybe, you never know. Sometimes when you shift formats like that, you just catch people by surprise. I split a box of 2x2 with a friend, playing Sealed, and we got lucky, pulled a Alt Art Cavern of Souls, then a Smothering Dive. Ooh, congratulations, those are hits. My God, Seth, your Galaxy Brain Rhino of Wit stacks absolutely fatal pushed me right out of my chair. One of your best decks and games of all time. That game was so fun. That's one of my favorite games of all time. It really was. Like, it was just, everything about it was perfect. The stars aligned, the magic god smiled upon us. It was Mill somehow. We played against Mill, which is already hilarious. Like, if you haven't seen it, it's on the YouTube, and it's really good. We played against Millwood Battlewits. There were rhinos or there weren't rhinos. It was just everything about it was like, oh, you couldn't write it up any better than that. So yeah, that one was super fun. Anyway, let's go reminders, start playing some Magic. Then we can talk about gates and we can talk about vintage gates. We can talk about whatever. We have to hang out and have a good time tonight. The rhino video was fun. You can see it on the YouTube. Reminder number one, tons of stuff on the YouTube, including the infamous rhino video. Renups, welcome to the Fishbowl. First time sub, thank you for your subscription. Big super for you, thank you. Replay YouTube. If you missed Jockle Hop Singing Legacy or any of the old streams, you'd find it there. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. And if you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/MTGGoldfish. Even get a free MTG Goldfish sticker. Also, if you need a playmat, we got sweet ones over at MTGGoldfishmerch.com, exclusive to the end of the month, limited edition, so check that out. A couple more weeks to go. Otherwise, Discord doing improved donations, always appreciated, never required. $2 support gets your message read on stream. Hey Seth, which is your favorite between Panharmonicon, Sea Shrine of Blood Moon, and Mana Tithe? I've always wondered. Oh my goodness. Oh, ranking those is so hard. Those are like four of my just all-time favorite cards. I think my ranking would be, wow, this is so tough. It would probably be Blood Moon number one. I just love prisoning people. Those are like, I love all those cards. Those are just my favorite cards in all of Magic. So this is like SS tier versus SSS tier versus, you know, whatever. They're all 10 out of 10s, really. So Panharmonicon, here's the problem with Panharmonicon. If you asked me like a couple years ago, it would probably be Panharmonicon. It's just gotten so hard to play Panharmonicon these days. Like, I blame, and this is probably me being a super boomer paper Magic player, I blame Best of One. Yan Man, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 33rd month. Thank you for your subscription. Big tip to your video. I kind of blame Best of One, and I don't think this is a bad thing for Magic overall, but Wizards has made all these flexible cards. You have so many like Prismari commands, Assassin's Trophies, these cards that are like sort of designed to make sure your Best of One deck has an option to deal with anything. Like, oh, here's a random card, and it happens to blow up an artifact. So it's just gotten really, really difficult to play Panharmonicon these days. Same with Blood Moon to some extent. Like, Beseiju makes Blood Moon so much worse. So many decks that it was so good against. Now we're just like, oh, Expedition Map, get my Beseiju, blow up your Blood Moon, and everything falls apart. So both of those cards have gotten a lot harder. Which do you like more, Panharmonicon or Yarok? Oh, so overall Panharmonicon, but Yarok I think is better right now. I think it's just like less fragile. It's got a decent body. So I think Yarek's actually a more powerful version, but Panharmonicon's still my favorite version. Do you ever think that Mana Tithe requiring an opponent to pay specific color mana would be good? Ooh. I mean, that would be good, but I don't think I would like that, honestly. I don't know if I like things that punish people for playing colors. It's like a little bit of a slippery slope. Like, I want people to be able to play whatever color they enjoy. So if you had Mana Tithe that just like, was a hard counter unless you paid whatever, white or black or something, I don't know. That might be a little bit too punishing on specific colors. Volo or Yarok? Oh, Yarok by far. Volo I've never had much success with, honestly. Volo, we've tried it before, and I never have any luck with Volo. The Orange Sushi, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you, thank you. What's your opinion on Yarok the Desecrated? Is it Panharmonicon on a creature, or is it the same level of Panharmonicon? I mean, yeah, we talked about that one. I think it's actually, like, more powerful, but I like it a little less. But the ranking, I would go Blood Moon, Panharmonicon. Siege, Rhino, Mana Tithe. I guess Mana Tithe's last out of those four, even though, like I said, those are all just like my favorite cards. The dude at the ATT internet ad that plays you start their stream looks so much like MTG Gold. Hey, that's kind of sweet. I don't know if you saw this. Oh my goodness, I wish I could find this again. Count Joku, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Hang on one second. Let me see if I can look this up. Oh, there was this political ad. I don't know if I could find it. Oh, if anyone can find it, you might know what I'm talking about. It was someone that was running for like state senate or state legislature or something, and they actually sent out an MTG fundraising letter, which It was just like the funniest thing. I've never seen that before. They sent out like a fundraising letter that actually had Magic cards and talked about playing Magic and like had Magic cards in the fundraising letter and had a bunch of Magic slang. It was super hilarious, but I can't actually find it now. Jesus, Napoleon 2 and Count Jakku, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Anyway, let's talk about this deck. We're starting with some dinosaur action in Explorer. So what's the plan of this deck? We're playing dinosaurs. What are the payoffs for dinosaurs? Well, Regisaur Alpha is probably the big one. It makes dinosaurs, it gives our dinos haste. We play that, then we can smash in with massive Galtas. We can smash in with hasty Ripjaw Raptors. The other upside of dinos is they're just really big. Ratting Regisaur, way above the curve. Marauding Raptor ramps us, gets really huge. Ripjaw Raptor can draw cards off of Marauding Raptor if it tangles in combat. So it's essentially like Jund Dino Stompy. The other thing that's interesting about this deck, G Fuel Gold, welcome back for the 4th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. Other thing that's interesting, Cut to Ribbons is a card that I kind of forgot about. The aftermath of draining from the graveyard, though, I think is relevant. And we have not one, but 2 of the big payoffs. The Eldraine artifacts, Embercleave, which I kind of hate Embercleave, but hey, Embercleave on a Rotting Regisaur is a legit clock. And then Great Henge to draw us even more dinos, works really good with the bigness of our dinos. So that's essentially the deck. Sideboard, pretty typical, some duresses for control, a bunch of removal for aggro, some discard, some protection from counter spell stuff like Shifting Ceratops. So let's give it a try. Oh, Vanquishing Banner. Well, let's try with, so this is a build from a infamous small Japanese tournament. Let's play a couple games with it, and then we will go from there and see. Maybe we do some updating, but let's try a couple with the deck right out of the infamous small Japanese box. Saboose, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you. There are actual dinos. There are actual dinos in the deck. What did you think of the Rhino video? I thought it was really funny. I thought it was so funny that people would like it anyway, but I did worry a little bit that after watching it for like 15 minutes, you find out that I'm such an idiot I didn't actually put the Siege Rhinos in the deck, that you might be a little bit mad. But it was just like, everything about it was so hilarious that I figured people would forgive me because it was just so funny. What do you think of just having one match? Like, that's one of the tough things I struggle with sometimes, is like, so here's the behind the scenes on that deck. Initially, I wanted to do 100 rhinos for Against the Odds. That was what I was setting out to do for a Against the Odds episode. 100 rhinos, that deck, but with the rhinos in it. So that was my plan. And then I sat down and started recording with it. And the very first match I recorded, it was that match, which is Mill, which is hilarious. And then I realized I don't even have the rhinos, which is even more hilarious. So I was like, so what do I do? Like, in that scenario, it felt like that was a self-contained thing, that if I added more, like fixed it and played more matches, it would make it less funny. But at the same time, usually there's multiple matches. So I don't know, that was the part that I was a little bit torn on how to handle that. I mean, I think it turned out fine in this case, but why does the deck list on the site say Mana Confluence though? Oh, so this is a deck that was for Pioneer initially, and I changed it on Arena, but I must have forgot to update the list. I'll update the one. I will update it and change it to Explorer here. Although you should know that you can easily play it. What did I actually add? I honestly don't remember what land I added. +1 land of some kind. I mean, I guess we can check between games. Opponent going to eat our Mana Dork. Hey Seth, would you play every color except blue or black, red, green, white dinos in Explorer Pioneer? The mana is probably good enough. The question I would have is what is the Domri should be really good against control. The question is what's the payoff? What's the reason? Like, what do we get by going into those other colors? So red and green are like base dino colors. Black gives us Rotting Regisaur. Going into white, Zetalpa. Zetalpa's a big one. There's also like Gishath would be sweet. Gishath would be kind of fun. I mean, you definitely could. We could try to build it. It would be kind of fun to build a 5-color version. Yeah, you can play the World Tree. You could also just play a Pathway, Shockland, whatever. Like, I think the mana is fine enough. Play Unclaimed Territory. I do love Gishath. We were doing Commander Clash stats today, and I realized that two of my wins this season were Dino decks. Gishath and Zatalpa were two of my victories. All right, take up Domri. This should be pretty good. Make a mana, land untapped, and here comes Registar Alpha. Would you like to counter it, opponent? Come on, come on. Show us that counter. Absorb us. Oh, Setsi Tetsi. Yeah, Tetsumak is a hard one to use. It is a sweet card. When are you going to play Decon in Modern? I actually have. I don't know if this deck will work, but I actually found a Decon deck for Modern. I did just recently. This one was from like a really small tournament. I think it was 11 players. So making top 8 out of 11 players is, you kind of showed up basically. Oh, come on now, opponent. Come on now. All right, opponent rests our board. Ooh. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We don't have haste anymore, though. Okay, so play Marauding Raptor. How do we do this? Marauding Raptor, 1, 2. All right, let's. What are we discarding? Well, take up Domri. Can we do everything? So this is 2, then this is 2, then this is 1, then this is 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, I guess we can Bone Crusher upkeep. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so play Marauding Raptor. I guess we just run it out and hope that they don't wrath us again. Rotting Regisar. Oh. I guess we shouldn't play the Scavenging Ooze. On second thought. On second thought, perhaps we will not play the Scavenging Ooze into the 2 damage from Marauding Raptor. But yeah, there was this Decon Shape a New deck that actually looked sweet. It looked really bad. I don't know if it could actually win, but it did look really interesting. So I think it's possible that we actually play some Decon in the near future. It was a Connive deck that was cheating Godfarer's Gift into play. It was an interesting idea. Although 11-player tournaments, you never know. Lucid with a new donation, and Zove with the cheer. Thank you so much. Lucid, hey Seth, last night I went to my first ballet class in 3 years. I've been training to get back into it, and it was huge but intimidating step. I'm much stronger, well balanced than I was 3 years ago. That's awesome, Lucid. I had no idea that you did ballet. That's super cool. How easy is it to pick ballet back up, I'm wondering? Well, I mean, let's stomp your face. If we get settled the wreckage, I'm going to be salty. Bologna at the LMS. What is LMS? I've heard people talking about LMS, and I do not know what LMS means. Well, take up. Go to combat. Attack, yeah. Please just die, opponent. Oh, we should have played this first. I always forget Marauding Raptor. It does damage, but it pumps itself. So we definitely should have played it first. Well, go attacking. Yeah, that does cost us 2 damage. It's a GP? Wait, GP for like magic? Oh, okay. This is the... I gotcha. That sounds sweet. This is like the European, because they split it up between all the different regions. So this is like the name of the European one. I gotcha. How have they been? Play the land, pass the turn. Memory Deluge. Well, let's see if our opponent finds a Wrath. We have a bunch of stuff in the sideboard for control. Yeah, we played this a little sloppy, I think. Oh, this is a first one. Stomper could be sweet. Opponent, don't Wrath. Come on now. Opponent finds even more Wraths. We find even more lands. This is where I'm a little worried about the deck. I feel like... Wow, I didn't even pump Domri. This is where I'm a little worried about the deck because we just have, like, nothing now. Like, I don't think this deck has the ability to rebuild unless we find Great Henge. I wonder if you want more Great Henges. Opponent, upkeep. Going to start activating Field of Ruins, I guess. Gonna kill the Domri? What is our opponent doing? I think there's like a single layer of the Hydra, but not many. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be able to close this game out. Opponent gonna mount Zadamri with Ottawa. We draw Llanowar Elves. Well, play the Domri. It gets countered by Absorb. Opponent goes to 6. Well, at least it saw it coming. Well, boom, Llanowar Elves. Best dino ever. Yeah, basically any hasty dinosaur would have been sweet here. Hey, what's up, Toast? How are you? Good to see you. I think in the dinosaur or in the monument deck, you can play more Dust Dawns maybe. Dust Dawn is a good oh no. The flood. Can we my solution whenever this happens, my solution is always, can we jam 4 Castle Lockwains into our deck? Castle Lockwain just solves so many problems, but I don't think this deck can actually do it. Have you heard anything about New Supply Double Masters? I have not. Oh, there's the big shark. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, you could play Shifting Ceratops in the main. I don't know. I guess it depends. We still don't really have a super clear sense of the Explorer meta because there's just no tournaments. In Pioneer, Blue White Control is like, it's still a top tier deck, but it's definitely not what it was. Yeah, no more Domri. Oh, it's gonna have a live stream in English? Ooh, I'll have to watch it. About it. I mean, I guess our reach is Hasty Dinosaurs, but the Hasty oh no. Oh no. Not the best time to draw a string of lands in a row. Opponent. Yeah, we're just gonna go to sideboarding. I wonder if, we'll see. I mean, we got even more uncounterable stuff in the sideboard. I feel like this should be a good matchup. But we'll see. We get Shifting Ceratopses. We can, what do we go down is the question. Like, I think what you really missed is, what you're really missing there is the Great Henge. The Great Henge is the card that I think would just change everything. And we didn't find it. Like, that's the source of card advantage that we want. This is Explorer. I opened 3 set booster packs of MH2 and got Academy Manufacturer, Solitude and Dam, some other rares, and a Scalding Dart. Wow, those are, man, you've been running hot with your packs, Magikarp. That is absurdly good running. Just the Solitude is probably worth 3 set boosters, more than that. No Carnage Tyrant. We got Shifty though. Shifty is like mini, actually, honestly, probably better than Carnage Tyrant most of the time. Like, having haste is big. Having haste is really, really big. It isn't as guaranteed to not die, I guess, but being able to come down and, like, immediately snipe a Planeswalker. I don't actually think Cindervine's, I don't know. Is Cindervine's even good? I'm not sure that Cindervine's is good against control. I guess it's, like, incidental damage, but it still gets got by Portable Hole, which I assume our opponent's gonna probably leave in. Maybe we get on Bone Crushers. We get off to an explosive start. And I mean, in our defense, our opponent did have to hit 2 Wraths. They did 2 Wraths. Well, let me see, just call me Soul. I've been working on this Sick Brew for Modern. I think you'd like lots of 4-1s inching closer to the elusive 5-0. Ooh. Maybe we get on Ronas. Probably not ideal. And we need to cut one more of something. What is that one more? I like that Scavenging Ooze can snipe Memory Deluge. Vivian's fine. I wonder, Domri or Rhythm of the Wilds, which would be better? Golgari Secrets, eh? Ooh, some Asmore and Reanimator action. Mausoleum Secrets is a cool idea in a deck like that. Mausoleum Secrets is definitely super powerful if you can turn it on. Like, there's a risk to it. Having to get your graveyard full is a bit of a challenge. But if you can do it, like, it is a really efficient tutor. It's even an instant. It's an instant speed demonic tutor if you can turn it all the way on. All right, cut the Cleave. I feel like Cleave is really good against this deck, isn't it? Just being able to attack with one thing and just win. Oh, poor Colossal Dreadmaw. Could you imagine if it was actually a good card? How did Colossal Dreadmaw become such a meme? I've never really understood the origins. I might have to research the origins of Colossal Dreadmaw, because I'm not actually clear on how it became such an iconic card. How did that become the Stormcrow of the new generation? It's like the Arena generation Stormcrow. Opponent. Tap land. Well, Lair of the Hydra. Go. Having 2 options with 0 undergrowth makes Mausoleum Secrets more appealing. Yeah, it is nice to be able to get Asmore. That certainly helps. That the floor or the ceiling, the floor is that you can always get something. Well, there's a great henge. I mean, this hand would be great if this Domri resolved, but I'm worried about Censor. And it's a Censor. Okay. Opponent plays a land. Well, we'll play Ripjaw Raptor. We resolved a card. Pass the turn. Opponent. Well, if by some miracle we can get down the Great Henge, we could have a shot. We could have a shot. That's the source of card advantage we want. Yeah, the Asmore deck looks super fun. Dreadmaw was a limited all-star in was it? Was it actually... Was it good in limited? I didn't realize it was good in limited. Alright, play Boseiju. How do we get down? So if we run our stuff out, we get Wrath. The Great Henge would be amazing, but there's no way it's going to resolve. No way. Ooh, do we play it? Do we even play it? Do we try to play around it? I really would like to save Shifting Ceratops for after the Wrath. Hey, what's up, Zai? I'm doing well. How are you? Yeah. We have a creature land this game, which might matter. The problem is if we swing first and our opponent kills it, then we can't play it anyway, and then we're playing a hasty threat after combat, which is also awkward. Opponent takes it. Well, I mean, we're going to play it. Great Henge. Don't counter it, opponent. All right. Wow, they brought in Veto. Interesting. Interesting. And then there's a Fateful Absence. All right. Opponent. The problem with playing Ceratops is then they just untap in Wrath, and then we're kind of where we were before, where we just are trying to rebuild without much hope. Well, now we're going to go Shifting Ceratops. Land untapped, Shifting Ceratops. Opponent. Not countering this one. I mean, I think this is how we can possibly win, is just like hasting in 1 threat at a time, well, haste, go to combat, hit ya. Opponent. Drops to 11. Llanowar Elves. Go. Opponent untaps. Yeah, I would not expect Veto to come in. All right, depopulate, but at least we get to... Oh, we don't get to draw a card. Multicolor. Well, we got Regisaur still. Portable. Wow, that is a greedy line. Okay. Well, Regisaur Alpha. Hit you for 3 down to 8. Opponent untaps. Sweet mother. Another Wrath. Okay, but we draw Shifting Ceratops. Tap land. So I think we hit with the land this turn. Or actually, no. We hit with Shifting. Yeah, let's Shifting Ceratops. Shifting Ceratops. Haste to hit ya. Yeah, our opponent... I'm surprised they're not playing Yarion. That would give them room to play another 20 Wraths. Opponent is literally a smorgasbord of... We've seen Doomscar, Shatter the Sky, and Depopulate. If there's a Wrath that is legal in Explore, it's in our opponent's deck. My wife played Miram last night. She cast Astro Dragon with Doubling Season to Miram on board again, but my 13-year-old son countered her. Wise choice. Wise choice by the 13-year-old. You can't have that going on. Oh, commander question that came up today that I thought was interesting. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. Doomscar, sure. Yeah, that's fine. Well, Lair of the Hydra for 3. This is the most wraths I've ever seen. What do you do, opponent? Don't be looking at that. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. Jeez. Well, we wanted to draw cards with this, but we gotta kill the Dream Trawler. Wow. Yeah. Oh my opponent. Oh my goodness. Mute. You can't say nice to that. You cast 4 different wraths, opponent. You don't get to nice the one removal spell I cast. that is not. Oh, now we're back to the Great Flood. And now our opponent wins. Opponent. Castle Ardenvale. Is this a Brawl deck? Is our opponent playing Brawl? Nice. Opponent gets it. It says. Passes. More lands. Well, we'll pass the turn. Yeah, if it was Star of Extinction, I would be fine with it. Then at least you're winning flavorfully. But Doomscar, what does that have to do with depopulate? I guess that kind of works. Shatter this guy. About it. Goes attacking. Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's basically, I don't know. I don't have much confidence at this point. Register Alpha, countered. What do you think about Cavern of Soul in this format? Could we have Cavern of Souls? All right, we gotta register Alpha. We attack for 3. What other wraths are there? Hey, what's up, Winzo? How are you? There's got to be another one. Doomscar, Shadow Sky, Depopulate. Farewell. You haven't seen Farewell yet. Farewell. That seems likely. Get in with the Dino. Divine Smite. Divine Smite to phase it out. Divine Smite. Yes. Yes, come on. Memory Deluge. Try to find those answers. I want Bitter Blossom and Pioneer Explorer so that my rogue deck can have a repeatable theme. The only problem is we gotta actually put those cards through standard. I don't know if Wizards will do it. If they say good game, then we're definitely expecting to settle the wreckage. Opponent passes. Go to combat. Attack you. Now we're gonna try to Embercleave. I'm sure it's gonna get blown out. Oh, I think our opponent just lost this game. Okay. 4 damage. Embercleave it. Yes. Through 4 wraths somehow. Oh, believe in the cleave. Okay. Well, now I can see why people like this Embercleave card. I'm starting to understand all those dirty mono red players. I'm starting to understand the appeal of Embercleave. Oh my goodness, I'm glad we won that. That was so many wraths. All right, hang on. Oh, I can't even minimize it. All right, I gotta minimize it so I can turn on. Cardboard Live. Avert your eyes. Actually, I don't think the desktop is too bad today, honestly. I think it's a pretty clean one. All right, let's see. How's the desktop looking? Oh, yeah, that's reasonable. Nothing to be ashamed of with all this space over here. Where's Cardboard Live? I cleaned my desktop. You probably noticed that I cleaned my desktop. Oh my goodness, I forgot about this. Oh, hang on. After this match, remind me. I gotta ask you about this. I want to know if this is like if this is a common thing that people know about or not. All right, we're gonna keep. So chat. Does the name Peter Spaghetti mean anything to you? Magic wise, Peter Spaghetti. Also known as PTR. Does this name mean anything? I assume you'd have to have been around. I just found out about this. This actually like kinda predates my time, because I just recently learned about these stories. Oh my goodness. It is yeah, let's play an ooze. Why do you ask? So I never heard of this person before. Ethergust decline. So Peter Spaghetti in the early 2000s was a pro player. You can find pictures and videos and so forth. No, this isn't the, well, no, not exactly. You can find pictures and videos and so forth of him playing against like Kibler and Huey and all these people in the early days of Magic. I don't even know how to describe him. Depending on what you read about him, he was either like a clown or a legend or a jerk. But the stories about this guy, Peter Spaghetti, are like, they're insane. Okay, so here's an example. So Peter Spaghetti is playing for Top 32 at a Pro Tour Yokohama. Pro Tour Yokohama in 2003. He's playing for Top 32. He's down to his last draw. Yes, you nailed it. Searsome. He's down to his last draw. He needs to draw Searing Flesh from his draft deck. It deals 7 damage for like 7 mana or something. It's his only out. He draws it, and he apparently jumps up and like uses the card to wipe his butt several times before slamming it on the table and saying "eat it" to his opponent as he top decked the lethal card. And then he thought he top 32'd and everything went like normal, but then the head judge heard about it and retroactively like issued him a game loss for it. And all of the stories about him are essentially the same. Like, apparently that's just who this person was. Apparently he made a Guess Who? The kids game Guess Who? He made a Guess Who game of pro players. And would bring it with him to pro tours and use it to mock the other competitors by asking like kind of derogatory questions about them, like, oh, is he fat, or things like that. Like, it's just the most ridiculous stuff that I've ever heard. Like, I never knew this person existed. Like, that could not happen. This was like someone that was actually on the pro tour. Yeah, it's like mind-blowing stuff that this was like a real thing. So yeah, the whole story of it just blew my mind that this was like actually a real person. I never heard of them before. And then apparently eventually it ended with him getting a lifetime ban, for Magic. So yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't think that I think that it's was incorrect of the judge to let him do his antics with the wiping his bum with the card and so forth. Like, that's got to be unsportsmanlike behavior. Like, I think it's a positive that stuff like that is not allowed anymore. It's kind of hilarious in the sense of like, wow, in the olden days the Pro Tour was just so ridiculous. So in that sense, it's a little bit funny, but no, I don't think it's a good thing at all. It's just like mind-blowing that it actually was a thing that existed, like that was a thing. There's actually like several, if you read about it, there's like several big articles about all the antics of this person that eventually ended up leading to him getting a lifetime ban. Peter Spaghetti, I guess PTR is the nickname. If you look up like MTG PTR or something, you should find the articles and the wiki page about all the controversies and stuff. What's the food question, Magikarp? Well, shifting Ceratops. Now what? How do we deal with these things? Vivian. Oh, this is such a tough position. We gotta get rid of these planeswalkers. Our opponent just has so many weird removal spells that I don't know the best way of trying to do this. Let's try to fight the Wandering Emperor, I think. This should resolve. And then we try to haste Ceratops it to Fairy. I don't know if this is going to work, but I think this is our best chance of actually clearing the board. Dylan Hunter, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know, isn't that that's the most absurd way to lose a Pro Tour? Like, it is purely like you played Magic well enough to win, but you were such a jerk to your opponents that you ended up retroactively getting the loss, and rightly so. Like, just so unnecessary. Well, we'll haste. I'm afraid if we try to fight... Yeah, this. I'm afraid if we try to fight Teferi with Ceratops, that our opponent just answers the Ceratops, and then we don't really do anything. I don't know about Divine Smite. I don't even know if this is good against... I mean, I guess literally a mono black deck, but a deck that's 3 colors, I would not consider sideboarding this card in. Unfortunately, we're probably still just losing to Teferi here of blah. Opponent. We'll go to combat. Attack Teferi. Well, we fought the good fight against this control deck, but Teferi is it's an issue. Munas, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. About it. Thinking about blocking with their Teferi. Oh. Yeah, that. All right, we're not gonna keep doing this. GG. Munas, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank ya. We need Unholy Heat. Oh, we need Unholy Heat not to exist. I feel like Unholy Heat was a mistake. I feel people don't really understand this. I've been surprised how many people didn't understand this, but I actually really strongly feel that Unholy Heat is a color pie break. And I know that Wizards doesn't seem to believe in the color pie all that much anymore, but for me, Unholy Heat is a color pie break. You're not allowed to look at you're not allowed to know what's inside. Just look at this. Would you try this? So at a glance, looking at it, yes. To me, it looks like a reasonable, like, Chipotle burrito. After you tell me what's inside it, I may change my answer, but just looking at it, I would say yes. That actually looks pretty good. Oh, Feed the Swarm. Yep, that is. Well, I don't know. For Wizards, Feed the Swarm, I am also feeling that Feed the Swarm is a color pie break and a mistake. Wizards has their logic to it, which is I don't exactly understand. But basically, oh no, it's. Boy, maybe we got to get out of gold because apparently everyone in gold thinks they're Crim. Apparently that's how this works. Well, take up, pass the turn. Grix is control now. Is a Great Henge a mistake? I don't think I would say the Great Henge is a mistake. I mean, maybe its power level is maybe too strong, I guess. Like, it's at the top end of the power level, but I wouldn't say that it's a mistake. Well, all right. Take up Domri. Play a Raptor. That Regisaur would have been good. Hit ya. Down to 60. Da taps. That actually looks really good, Magikarp. But it passes. Well. Go to combat. Attack you. Opponent goes to 9. Well, I mean, I guess we just keep playing these Ripjaw Raptors and hoping that it leads to our opponent's death. Ripjaw Raptor. Domri's been pretty effective against counter spells if we can get it down. What part of the color pie should it belong to? So here's my thinking about Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat deals 6 damage for 1 mana. My thinking of reds, we're overextending, but I don't know if black can punish us for that very easily. But it's not like there's a damnation in the format. I guess Extinction Event could get us, but a lot of their wraths are like conditional things, mana value 3 or less or whatever. So outside of Extinction Event in specific, I feel like we're like relatively safe to overextend. So here's my thinking on Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat is essentially a 1 mana hard removal spell. That's how I view it. So here's a philosophical question for you. And I think that the answer to this is really interesting, and you get a lot of different answers if you ask this question. Picture a hypothetical card that's 1 mana, deal 100 damage to a creature or planeswalker. 1 red mana. Would you consider that a red card? Is that a color pie break? Hey, what's up, Aussie Dave? How are you? And you'll get some people that'll answer, oh, that's obviously red. Red deals damage. So yes, that's obviously red. My take on it, and the take you'll get from other people, is what red really does is red struggles with dealing with hard creature. It struggles with dealing with big creatures. So because, in essence, deal 100 damage to something is essentially just kill anything, that would not be a red spell. That's my thinking on it. That philosophically, red struggles to deal with larger creatures. So when you have too much damage for too little mana, then you run into an issue of the card not really being red. What about Lightning Axe? So I think where exactly the line is we should probably sideboard a little bit. I think where exactly the line is, oh no, we gotta really very quickly sideboard. I think where exactly the line is an interesting topic, and I don't know where that line is exactly. Lightning Axe, I will say, it only kills creatures, so it's not creatures and planeswalkers. You do have to discard a card, so there is a cost to it, and it's 5 rather than 6. I don't know where the line is, but I think after playing with and against Unholy Heat a bunch, I kind of feel like it's just a little bit across that. It's a little bit across that line, honestly. That it's just too much damage to, so it turns into a hard removal spell essentially, and red gets the power of being able to use their removal to damage their opponent's face. That's one of the upsides of being red. No other color really gets that, at least consistently, like red does. I'm sure you can point to examples, a Psionic Blast or a black spell or something, but in general, red gets the upside of being able to throw their removal spell at their opponent's face, but it comes at a cost, and the cost is you don't get to deal with big creatures. When you're able to do both, I think that's where things start to get a little bit tricky and maybe not necessarily super healthy. All right, well, we get down the Domri. Opponent's a little stuck on mana, which is probably bad for them, and then next turn we get to get Swifty. That's the turn. Blasphemous Act is red board wipe. It's true. So that's my philosophy. I think if the number's too high, then it's not red anymore, and it's really a murder that's just hiding behind the fact that it says deal damage. Yeah, let's just hasten a Shifting Ceratops and see if we can get some damage going here. I mean, so X damage for X mana is one thing. Red can kill big things if they spend a lot of mana. But in general, red can't kill big things for a small amount of mana. Black can kill big things for small mana. White can kill big things for small mana. Often exiles big things for small mana. Red, that's one of red's flaws. So that's where I'm at with Unholy Heat. I actually, honestly, as much as I hate rebalancings, I actually think that the rebalance version is much more in line with what I would consider to be a red card. So Scred is a low amount of mana, but it does come with a pretty big time restriction. You're not sniping a 5/6 Tarmogoyf on turn 2 or a 6/6 Death Shadow on turn 2 with a Scred. So I think it's okay because of that. That yes, it is only 1 mana, but it's not a spell that you can really kill big things with until later in the game, which is kind of how red works. Like, you get the mana discount, but it comes with this other weird way of balancing itself. Chaos Warp feels really red to me. Chaos Warp feels really red to me just because it comes with so much risk. And red is like very impulsive and risky. So yes, Chaos Warp can deal with literally anything, but you never know when you're actually going to put something even better on the battlefield. Unholy Heat this is like an alchemy thing, so it doesn't impact modern or anything like that, Explorer or whatever. It's not an Explorer anyway. But yeah, it's the rebalance version. It's 2 and 4 damage. Same text, but 2 and 4 damage. Murderous Cut is Delph. Everyone knows it's unfair mechanic. Fatal Push only 2/4. Yeah, I think it's an interesting topic though. My Furious Red instance should be correlated to a mathematical equation with X Red, where the spell deals 3 plus X. So X equals 0 is 3 damage, 1 red for 4 damage. I mean, that's actually like kind of normal. It seems like scaling that Wizards uses. I wouldn't be surprised if Wizards had something similar to that. I mean, I'm fine with black and white killing things efficiently. That's what their color does. So my thinking is like that the strength and weaknesses of colors are kind of what makes Magic great. And when colors start to lose their... Can we keep this? This sounds a little sketchy. We can play an Ooze. We're on the draw. Removal spell. I guess it's fine. We'll hit a land drop. Hey, what's up, Zedfest? Have a wonderful night. Wedding? Hey, who's getting married, Labrador? Enjoy the wedding. I mean, that's one of the things that worries me about White and Commander, honestly, is I feel like if you overtune too, so like, think about White and Commander. What is White? Oh my goodness, this is blue-white control again. It never ends. It never ends. Think about White. Think about the color White. What is White good at? Killing things unconditionally, wrathing the board. Those are powerful effects. It gets good creatures. What is White bad at? Well, traditionally, White's bad at drawing cards and ramping. Compared to other colors. I think what we saw with green in Commander a little bit ago is green was bad at drawing cards. Really good at ramping, really good at getting big creatures, but it was really bad at removing creatures and really bad at drawing cards. So to improve green, Wizards took and fixed a lot of their... Oh, this is not going well. Wizards took and fixed a lot of those weaknesses by letting green draw cards. Yeah, I guess we attack. Oh, yeah, we could get sharked here. We'll just get him with the news. This mana problem is going to be an issue. If our opponent wraths, I think we honestly just scoop. So Wizards fixed those issues by taking and letting green draw cards, and then green became like the best color in Commander. So I'm worried that maybe that'll happen with white now. Like, white was good at killing creatures, it has some pretty good threats, but bad at ramping, bad at drawing cards. Now it's getting much better at ramping and drawing cards. And then when you add that together with the color strengths, that's when you end up getting overpowered, an overpowered color. Like, that's kind of what we see with green now. And when people complain about green in Commander, the issue is kind of like, it just is good at everything. That's what happens when you take your traditional weakness. Oh, okay. That's what happens when you take the traditional weaknesses of a color and turn them into strengths, I think. Do you think that reprint sets should come to standard? It might help a pause of pushing the boundaries too fast. Plus, I think bringing back great and fun cards in the format. I miss core sets. I have always enjoyed, and I guess they're probably like not as popular. They don't sell as well from Wizards' perspective, which I think is why. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Which I think is why they got rid of them to begin with. But I've always enjoyed. We have played literally only control. I've always enjoyed core sets in standard, so I think it would be kind of interesting. Could you imagine like a master set in standard? I think that would actually be really interesting. I think the problem with core sets is not that they're reprint sets. I think being reprint sets is actually something that, I don't know, what do you think? Did you like having a reprint core set in standard? I assume that most people were okay with that. I think the problem was they just like didn't have great reprints always, and then a lot of the other cards were really focused on new players, so that they maybe weren't as interesting traditionally as other cards. But if they could do like a master set in standard that was actually legal, or a core set with even better reprints, I think that would be really fun. Like, that would be cool. And the other thing it would do is let you print more cards into a format like Pioneer or Explorer or whatever that has to go through standard, because I really don't want to see like Pioneer Horizons. I think Pioneer Horizons would probably kill the format at this point. Maybe there's a time when it would work like a few years from now, but for now I would say Pioneer Horizons would probably just be the death of Pioneer. Yeah, Massacre Worm I think is an example of like reprints that have gone well. It was powerful but not broken. It did interesting things. We do have examples of it going poorly though. Like, oh no green. Boy, his hands are clunky. I mean, I guess we can keep it and hope we draw green. Ay. Have you been playing Explorer's Control like that popular? Is this just like the control format? Maybe we gotta play like anti-control decks or something. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we build an anti-control deck and just stick it to the control players. That'd be kind of funny. What's the best anti-control? Then if we do it, we're gonna play against Zagger every time. But Ugin would be an example of like what I would consider a reprint that did not. We're not even gonna bother. Ugin would be an example of what I would consider a not great reprint in standard. It was in a standard that also had like a ridiculous amount of ramp. Hey, what's up, DJ? How are you? It had a ridiculous amount of ramp, and the way Ugin works in standard and in 60 card formats, I don't like it. I feel like it invalidates so many terms of the game. My impression with playing with Ugin is like, you play in a game of Magic, your opponent does things, you do things, and then Ugin comes down for one player, and none of the things you did for the first however many turns before Ugin came down actually matters. Like, none of that actually matters, because Ugin just takes over the game from there. So I feel like that's kind of why I'm not a huge Ugin fan for standard. All right, if we play control again, we're going to change things up and build an anti-control deck or do something. All right, just a thought seize. We will accept this until you play a blue source next. If an island is next, Mr. Peaches, I think we just got to get out of gold. Apparently, we haven't been playing much arena, so we got bumped all the way back down to gold. And apparently, gold is where everyone only plays control. Welcome to the fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Hey, what's up, Gordon? Big soup to you. Thank you. Oh my God, this is control again. All right, so what is our anti-control deck? Is this control or is this Grease? This might be Greasefang control. Opponent draws and discards. Consider. Want to try standard? I mean, standard's in a fine place. If how's everyone feeling about standard? I mean, I've enjoyed standard when I played it recently. It's just super grindy. Super grindy. Every standard match I play is like an hour long. And I think you just got to play those decks. That's been my impression of standard, is like pretty much you just got to try to grind with them. And if you don't try to grind with them, you're going to have all kinds of issues. Yeah, I mean, I think green-red aggro can be anti-control, but this isn't, I don't know if I would consider this one to be aggro, really. Boy, so many thought seizes. All right, well, pass the turn. Next turn could be a okay turn, maybe. Rafine. Opponent gonna get in, gonna do some looting. This is really very slow and mid-rangey and rampy. I mean, it's a dinosaur deck. Faithful Mending. Well, if our opponent finds Greasefang, then we lose. We could find Graveyard Hate. Double Parhelion. Opponent gets in, hits us. Plays the land, Ledger Shredder. Well, okay, we play the land. We play Regisar. Actually, yeah, this is more damage. Regisar, Galta. Galta is kind of bomby. Opponent gets to connive away Kaido. They get to get smacked for 5. Here comes the Dinos. This is what we've been waiting for. 4-color Dino. No. Wow. Their top deck was Greasefang. Wow, we cannot catch a break in this with this deck. What are the chances? All right. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Wow, this deck has had literally 0 luck, like the least amount of luck. So none of this removal does much. Like Bone Crusher doesn't kill anything. I mean, maybe it's just not a, maybe Dinosaurs just isn't as good as we were thinking. Looks like Alphasaur was the right play. I mean, that wouldn't have changed it, right? I guess it's true. Not having any luck is very flavorful for Dinosaurs, considering they did all kind of get wiped out. Oh, no. I mean, you can't. The connive was empty-handed, though, so our opponent was literally just like milling a card. I don't think that can be considered wrong. Like, it's unfortunate that the next card down was the Greasefang, but I don't think there's any way that could be the wrong choice. Opponent thought seizes. 4 cards in hand. All right, well, Rotting Regisar, Stomping Grounds, and Raptor U. I mean, Explorer is a great format. I think we've just don't let this taint your perception of Explorer, because this is not Explorer. Like this is not anywhere near a representation of the actual metagame. All right, we gotta discard the land. We draw land. Go blank you. Get rid of your stuff. Would have been nice to get the Regisar down, but we gotta get rid of this Parhelion in the graveyard. Go to combat, hit ya. If we draw an untapped land, we can Regisar. Otherwise, I mean, we're just winning on board anyway. 4-color Explorer Dinos. Let me take a peek. Zatalpa, I mean, Zatalpa is, I like the spice level. There's definitely some spicy options in here. Zatalpa, Kinjali Sunwing. I mean, Zatalpa, if you actually get it on the battlefield, it's definitely very powerful in a lot of matchups. Might need a bit more. Might need a bit more land. 23 with Zatalpa. That might be a little bit ambitious. But I like the additions. Those are definitely some fun dinos. Honestly, from a fun perspective, it looks really sweet. From a winning and losing perspective, it's probably not worth it to play a double white Zakama that costs 8 mana. Like, I think most of the time we probably won't get to the point of casting it. Ooh, Scavenging Ooze is good if it doesn't get Thought Seized. That can eat things from the graveyard. Llanowar Elves, go. Oh, boom. Soul Flare is a card we really need in this format. That'd be such a sweet one. Energy is an Explorer. Hasn't really been good in Explorer. What cards do you think Wizards is going to put in Explorer Anthology? So what I want is Wizards to add like the... What I want is for Wizards to add... I did an article in a video on this a little while ago. I want Wizards to just add the cards that we need to make... To make Explorer Pioneer, Spell Queller, Bring to Light, Soul Flare, Reflector Mage, Thing of Ice, Treasure Cruise, Monastery Sister, Mutavault, Elvish Mystic, Nykthos. Like, you add those 10 cards and a few others, and all of a sudden Explorer is getting pretty close to Pioneer, minus the couple of combo decks that we do need them eventually. I want full Pioneer eventually, but I'm fine with waiting a little longer to have to face Lotus Field combo. And then also fun cards, like Rally the Ancestors would be sweet. Just any fun... Sky Sovereign, eh? Well, all right. Land, Ooze. I think we just eat Sky Sovereign now. Yeah, might as well. Eat the Sky Sovereign, pass the turn. Thought Seize. Ugh. All right, takes our only non-land. About it. Oh, Fatal Push. All right, more lands. Well, Llanowar Elves, time to shine. Get in there, Llanowar. Hanger Backwalker, Sanctum of Ugin, Mana Confluence, Ledger Shredder. And more Fatal Pushes. Sure. Huh. Well, I gotta say, I don't know if Dinosaurs is actually any good in this format. Our experience, and we have hit just a string of... Oh no, that's the worst time for an Embercleave. We have just run into a string of control decks, which is awkward. But, oh boy. It might just be that this is not a deck that really has a chance to compete in Explorer Pioneer. About it gets in, hits us to 18. Well, we will continue to draw Stomping Grounds and pass the turn. Cold Against Command would be another good one too. Mausoleum Wander. Ugh, Mortainted Indulgi. So I feel like this deck just isn't good at... It's not very good at rebuilding when things go wrong. Like, when things go well, you get to add a lot of bodies to the battlefield, and it's pretty sweet. But when things don't go well, the deck... not only does the deck struggle, it's just not very fun. Like, you're just not really doing anything. And I don't know what the solution is. I mean, we haven't seen a single Great Henge. I almost wonder if you just want to max Great Henges. Maybe you just want to play like 3 or 4 Great Henges. Like add some card draw to the deck. Something to keep pace with the control decks. About it. Whoa. I would love to play Rakdos Midrange. Give us a break from playing control every round. Oh no. Well, at least this land cycles. Oh, weird. Oh no. Oh no, oh no. This might be a calculator game. Might be a calculator game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whoo! Yeah, that's many. Rafid. That is many land arenas. Have you tried Emergent Ultimatum, Fight Rigging, and Explorer yet? I mean, we've played a lot of Fight Rigging, but I haven't played Emergent Ultimatum builds. I feel like Emergent Ultimatum's kind of boring. Emergent Ultimatum just encourages you to do the... Yeah, well, that was That was a lot of lands. All right, we're going to give Dinosaurs one more try, and then we're going to pretend like the tribe doesn't exist and play something else. One more. This is it. This is Dinosaurs' last chance, and then they're going extinct. I will make them extinct myself if I have to. Last try, Dinosaurs. You win this one or you're done. I don't even think Dinosaurs was super great for the few months it was in Standard. Yeah, Dinosaurs, that was a weird Standard. That was like, what was going on? Energy Standard? Yeah, we will get our own Star of Extinction just to wrath our Dinosaurs. Well, this actually looks like, oh, we don't have black mana. I was going to say this looked really good, and it still looks fine, but without black mana, it's not turn 2 Rotting Regisaur. Is the calculator salty? Maybe it is. That is my way of dealing with things going wrong is looking at the math, and then I look at the math and I'm like, okay, like actually this only is gonna happen to me once every 1,000 games or something. So you know what? We can deal with that. We can deal with that. On to the next one. Ooh, 9 times against Life Gain Angels. Interesting. In Explore? Explore Arcane Bombardment. Explore Arcane Bombardment could be interesting. How would Explore Arcane Bombardment look different than the standard build? Like, what does Explore offer? Well, haste him in. Smack you a bit. Opponent's gonna block. This feels like a good dinosaur draw. Like, this is, I think, what we want to be seeing. Throw a great engine into the mix, but I think this is what we want to be seeing. Standard blue-white. Ooh. Uses great benefit of Daybound, Nightbound in phasing out the board of tempo. And it was great against Hinata and Vampires. Oh, boy. All right, opponent. We have some bad news, friendo. 1, 2. All right, go to combat. Attack with everything. I think someone needs a cleaving. That someone is you. Yes, we'll put it on dinosaur token. And Brickley is so cool. That card's so bonkers. I mean, you could play Arcane Bombardment and 1,000 Year Storm together. Have you tried the new set Limited on Arena? Yes, I did. I'm not sure I should admit it, but yes, technically. I found the set to be very... we'll just equip this and kill him. How about killing him? I found the set to be like somewhat entertaining to play, but I also found a lot of the cards to just make it super slow. The format is fast as far as gameplay, as far as just like the pace that the games go, how quickly they end. It's a pretty fast format, but the backsides of cards and specialize and cards with the same R. I found myself spending most of my time like right-clicking on stuff to read it, so it felt a little bit like a chore more than a normal draft. A normal draft, you sit down and kind of just like know what's going on and pick the cards. When I tried the Alchemy Horizons draft, it actually like kind of felt like work to some extent, just to try to like read everything without timing out and whatnot. Full Metal Mathematician, welcome to the Fishbowl for the 8th month. Thank you for your subscription. Big scoop, Jeffrey. Thank you. So Full Metal Mathematician, 10 lands out of 15 draws, 24 in the deck. What are the odds? With so many messages running around, a Arcane Bombardment doesn't work anymore. It's uninteractable way to destroy your 6-mana enchantment. Yeah, even just playing against these control decks, it's hard for me to imagine that Arcane Bombardment could actually be very successful in the format. it feels like it would get countered or Besaged, or you get run over by aggro. It's a super fun card to build around, which would be, I mean, I just love it being against odds deck, and I love playing against odds deck, so I think it'd be super fun, but I would expect we would probably do a lot more losing than winning. Maybe go down a Domri. What about Kiora in this deck? I wonder, so we played so much control. Domri is actually pretty good against control, but I do kind of wonder if the card draw from Kiora could be worth it. I like the idea of it. I like the idea of the card draw from Kiora. Oh, also, speaking of viewer submitted stuff, so I announced this last stream. On Tuesday of next week, our next stream, the plan is to do a viewer battle stream. So if you would like to battle on Arena, or if enough people want to do Modern, we can do some Moto too. But if you would like to play against me, send me an email, saffronolive@mtggoldfish.com or seth@mtggoldfish.com. Either one goes to the same place. Send me an email letting me know that you would like to play, and also your Arena info, like how I can challenge you and what format you want to play. So I mentioned it at the very end of last stream. Haven't gotten a ton of signups yet. So as long as we get enough signups, we will do a viewer battle stream on Tuesday. And if you were supposed to play in the last viewer battle stream, or you were on the list for the last viewer battle stream, but you didn't get there, because we had too many people, I will double check the list, and if you're on the list last time but didn't get to play, I will make sure you're at the top of the list for this viewer battle stream. Yes, Tuesday's stream. Ooh, Arcane Bombardment Scour from existence. We need to destroy all permanents. Or destroy... boy. Wait, does Scour hit lands? Let me read Scour. I was thinking Scour hit non-lands. Does it hit lands too? Oh, it is at target permanent. Okay, I was thinking it was non-land. They always put non-land on it. That actually is sweet. How about a Historic Brawl tournament? So I will say, I don't know about the tournament aspect, but how do we do this? So we attack, this blocks. Yeah, we're gonna do this. Get rid of the Blood Tithe Harvester. If our opponent blocks, fine. If they don't block, we draw a card. Wow, they take it. All right. Oh, that is the best. Okay. Bone Crusher Giant. Untapped. Stomp it. Oh, that was a good turn. That was a really good turn. I will say, if you want to do Historic Brawl during viewer battle, I'm fine with that. I'll put together a couple brawl decks. So if you want to do it for a viewer battle stream, just let me know in the email that that's the format you want to play, and we'll do a Historic Brawl game instead of Explorer Standard or whatever. Oh, you're gonna be at work, Magikarp? Well, hopefully you can do the next one then. I want to start doing. Thank you, Full Metal Mathematician. I was actually not expecting you to answer that. Apologies. I was not trying to put any pressure on you. I just noticed your name with Mathematician, and I said it mostly as a joke, but thank you. That is actually super good to know. You saved me pulling out the calculator. Well, we'll take Ronas. Ronas is big. Big is good. But we're just gonna play Ripjaw Raptor this turn. Ripjaw Raptor, Overgrown Tomb. This Garruk's Harbinger is kind of going off here. I don't know what's in Pioneer, but is there enough support for Polyraptor combo that's technically Dinosaurs? So Polyraptor is in this format, so we could try to Polyraptor. And the easiest way to combo is what? The Dinosaur Tutor thing, the ETB pings everything, or when a Dinosaur ETBs, it pings everything. Quazex, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Well, let me see, Magikarp. So opponents build a relatively big board. Well, oh, we're going to have a nice turn here. Go to combat. Everything into our opponent. I think we're fully in the kill our opponent mode. Everything at your face. We have a new donation from McIntyre, $5 donation. The 100 Rhino deck, Seth, just really. I'm going to take that as a compliment. What did you think? Thank you for the donation, McIntyre. What did you think of the 100 Rhino deck? Opponent does some blocking. I found the 100 Rhino deck to be super funny. Personally, I thought it was funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so we get to. Oh, this is gonna be good. We get to play Marauding Raptor. Number 1, Regisar. Number 2. I mean, we're kind of committed to just running everything out at this point because we're gonna be discarding stuff to Regisars anyway. So we just gotta run them out and hope for the best. Regisar number 2. I mean, technically, there may have been 0 rhinos. That is possible. There may have been mistakes. Mistakes may have been made. A lot of people said they want to see the full thing. Would you actually enjoy that? Would you like it? So here would be my guess. My guess is if we played it on stream, I don't know how consistently we're gonna find the rhinos. That would be my worry. The nice thing about doing it on YouTube is you can always play like 2 leagues and find the matches where things actually happen and then just explain that at the end of the video. In case your first league you just literally never find any of the important stuff. On stream you don't really have that option though. So it is possible that there would still be 0 rhinos. But if it's something everyone wants to see, I mean, I'm down with trying it. A lot of people did. That was a piece of feedback people said that they wanted to see more of it. So, well, we discard nothing thanks to our opponent, allowing us to discard anyway. Nothing to do. Oh my God. All right. Death is coming for you, opponent. Well, dinosaurs redeem themselves. See, it's better when we're not playing against control. We smacked them. We smacked Rectos. Not even close. This Embercleave is so brutal. So brutal. Yes, opponent, do some blocking. This'll save you. This'll save you. Get those vampires in there. Yes. How do you feel about a little cleaving, opponent? Woo! Smack and dead. Oh, you know, everyone. All right, well, we'll play something different, but we did get to see Dinos pop off. So technically, I think we finished what, 2 in a million, 2 and 3, maybe 2 and 4. So many people have said they want to see the full Rhino deck. We'll play the full Rhino deck either on stream or on YouTube. We'll play it because a lot of people want to see more of it, and I think it would be funny to see all of it. I don't know exactly when we'll play it, but I will try to actually do it. Can you also play creatures with Changeling because they're every creature type, which means they're rhinos? Technically, yes. Although the actual gimmick of the deck is to literally play siege rhinos. We gotta literally have siege rhinos. So it's not just any rhino. It's not 100 rhinos. It's 100 siege rhinos in specific. So that makes it a little bit trickier. Yeah, let's try the monument deck and just see. This has been our backup deck for a while. So I don't think we'll do rhinos on stream tonight. In part because we're playing on Arena, in part because I don't actually have the cards for it. And when I tried to order the deck the first time through the card rental program, it took quite a while. 250 cards. It took a bit for them to gather all of the cards. So but I will do it in the future. We can do it. And then, yeah, let's try this monument deck, and then maybe we'll try the gate deck. So I think we'll just stay in Arena and bounce around. It was an honor, Father. Hey, I'm sorry, Open, sorry. Good game. So this deck, this is a viewer submitted deck. I don't know if you remember a while ago, we played Torens Monument in Modern for Budget Magic, and the idea was to use Torens along with a Ketra's Monument, both of which make tokens when we cast a creature spell to just flood the board and go super wide, and then hopefully just smack the opponent down with all of these tokens, maybe pump them a little bit. Are we missing do we have enough lands in here? How many lands do we have in the deck? 19. Ooh, 19. 19 is a little, well, I mean, oh, there's Cabrita takedown. Okay, so it's 23. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, and then pump them with something like Intrepid Adversary to win. So that is kind of the same idea of this deck, although we're playing an Explorer, so it's got a little bit of different pieces. There's no Squadron Hawk, for example. There's no White Mane Lion for bouncing. So I think it's going to be a little bit fairer than in Modern. Some of the like pseudo combos in the deck just don't exist in Pioneer or Explorer, but it still looks like a really sweet deck. And I mean, a Catcher's Monument's a really cool card. Do Rhinos have what it takes to be good in Pioneer? No, not really. I mean, from a competitive perspective, I don't think so. Because, I mean, they're legal in Pioneer and no one plays them. We have played them. We'll try Gates too. We'll try Gates. We'll probably do a 3 for tonight. We should be able to try to get in 3 decks, but I wanna do at least a couple games with this deck because it's been on the list for a while and we haven't gotten to it. So I think we should at least try it. Let's give it a try, and then we'll do some gating as well. The Tony Mac, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Oh, we would have liked Rumor Gatherer. No, okay, we get one anyway. Thank you, Magic Gods. All right, well, let's just land in Thalia. So opponents, this is Gruul aggro. I think Gruul aggro is actually pretty good against control. The Dinosaur deck, I think, is just a little too slow. So the gate deck that I put together is actually the goal was to be a budget deck, but then I wasn't sure if I actually wanted to play it for budget Magic or not. So there were some budget choices, but gates tend to be really budget anyway. So you don't have to do much to make gates budget. Oh my god! So question: I don't know how many of you have dogs. I have a bear question for you. The other night, oh, do we Torrens? How greedy is that? You know what, we're going to do it. If our opponent kills it, they kill it. If they don't kill it, then life is spectacular. So, dog question. The other night, took Bear out for a walk. We came back in. I looked down at the beautiful puppy, and it looked like he'd gotten into a bar brawl or something. Like, he had the puffiest, most swollen eye. Like, his eye was almost swollen shut. And I was trying to figure out what happened to him, because he was fine before that. And I was a little bit freaked out, and I ended up giving him a little bit of Benadryl, and he went to sleep, and it went down, and I was guessing that it had to be like some sort of, it had to be like a bee sting or something, right? Like the bee somehow like stung him right next to his eye, and that's what made it swell up. Yeah, I just never seen it before. It kind of freaked me out because it actually looked pretty pretty painful, but I ended up being okay. It went down this morning. It was bad last night, but then this morning it went back to normal. So see if we regret playing this Rumor Gatherer over the Skyclave apparition. Like, getting it down lets us start scrying and drawing and hitting our land drops next turn, but if we die to Questing Beast, none of that matters. All right, so opponent's gonna do some Robin. Wow, a lot of Robin. Well, block. 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 Take 6. That's a lot of damage. It's a lot of damage. Take 7, actually. Yeah, that's still a lot of damage. Down to 5. But we do get to get rid of the Questing Beast. So play Skyclave. Torrents, triggers, scries. Adversary to the bottom. We want lands and monuments. Skyclave, ETBs. Get rid of the Questing Beast, which is wrecking us. Cathar Commando. Tap land. How are we blocking out of this next turn? I'm mostly worried about Embercleave. Land, Embercleave, death. Well, we're definitely not blocking with Torrens. We probably are with Thalia. All right, get in with Torrens. Hey, it ain't. Pass the turn. Yeah, it must have been like a bee sting. Whenever you can hope, I hope you can try my deck and give me feedback, mana sideboard or whatever. I want to make it in paper, in Pioneer, and I want the insight. Oh, can you send me the, oh, is it the Blink deck, Magikarp? Really? Another questing beast? Well, that is going to be a problem. Actually, this is a 4/4. Okay. Block, block, block. So if we draw a land, we're still okay. If we don't draw land, yeah, now we're deadish. Actually, I guess Intrepid Adversary can keep us alive. All right, Lunarch Veteran, Mega Token. Well, there's the land. The Dust Dawn would have got rid of both things. So now we got to try to block our way through. Play the land. Intrepid Adversary. Trigger. Keep the take. I mean, the deck's working. The deck's working even through all the questing beasts. Trigger. Keep the takedown. Up to 3. Pass the turn. No cleave, no cleave, no cleave, no cleave, no cleave. On Crop Crasher. Opponent says good game. Little do they know, we have a human for this. We have a human for this. Opponent thinks we're gonna die, but we're actually gonna probably kill them. We're gonna probably kill him. No one expects a Cathar Commando. Yes. Now we will say good game to you, sir. Yes. Oh my goodness, so good. So Rumor Gatherer is going off. Block here. Ah! They got themselves. They got themselves. They good gamed us, but they were the one that died. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Yeah, I will see what I can do, Magikarp. Hopefully we can play some Blink at some point. That was a good one. That deck felt really solid there. Yeah, Rumor Gatherer was impressive. Having it worked really well at Cathar Commando too, being able to instant speed it. Like when you're drawing every single turn time, like every single turn cycle, it's actually felt pretty good. So opponent's just playing big stompy stuff. What do we want against big stompy stuff? Brutal Cathar. Dust Dawns, maybe? Perhaps. Yeah, it does feel good to get early GD'd and then end up winning. I mean, in that case, I don't think our opponent was like trying to be disrespectful. I think they actually thought that they won. They weren't trolling. I think they actually thought the game was over, but you know, he had a Cathar Commando. Oh, someone asked earlier if Phil was going to Vegas, and I believe the answer is yes. The plan is, I believe, that the whole crew is planning on going to Vegas, as far as I know. Can we get this deck? Yes. So this was a viewer submitted deck from Verity Black. This is fine. Not bad. Haven't seen a monument yet, but Vegas and not till October. Still a little bit away, but the Magic 30 event in Vegas. Does this deck have room for Coco? I haven't looked at it super close. Uh-oh. How many burning trees do they have? Please. Okay, wow, that is the least impactful. The least impactful burning tree. Well, I'll run out the Adversary. I'm surprised Adversary doesn't see more play. Just the announcement at this point. End of October. I mean, the stuff in the announcement thing, beta draft and new silver borders at Infinity and that kind of stuff, but haven't got any more details than that. Yeah, I think there's a modern tournament. It should be sweet. I mean, I always have fun in Vegas. It's always fun. So many people go that it's really the best. I think it's the best event if you just want to go and try to meet a bunch of people, because that's the one that most people go to. Artifact Storm for Commander. Golgari Artifact Storm. The very first Commander Clash deck. I maybe I'm mistaken, but I believe that the first Commander Clash deck I ever played, first Commander game of all time, I believe is Glissa. Glissa's a really fun Commander. It's been a while since I've actually Glissa'd. Now play the land. Oh, losing that Torens is a bit of a bummer. Where's our monuments? We haven't seen a monument yet, like at all. Well, yeah. I guess we just adversary and pump it once, even though it's not doing a ton at the moment, but might as well. Pump it, pass. Is there an entry fee for Magic 30? Yeah, let's blocking in our life back. Eventually we're gonna dust on everything anyway. Tap land. Skyclave, your Bode Crusher. Is there an entry fee? I'm actually gonna have to check. So traditionally, no, but I don't know if they're changing it. I don't know. With like Command Fest and stuff, now a lot of things actually do have an entry fee. When all the past Vegas events that I've been to, there's never been an entry fee. Just like you can go and hang out, but if you want to play in like an actual event or something, then you'll have to pay. But I would have to actually look on the website and see, because I'm not 100% sure. That's like a relatively new thing in Magic that you have to actually pay just to enter. Yeah, I guess Commando's fine. Hit ya. Pass the turn. Yeah, the Glissa deck looks super fun. I'll have to revisit Glissa sometime. Glissa's definitely a fun commander. Yeah, I mean, it should be a fun event. Every time I went to a Vegas event, I've had fun. You know, I guess we run this out for the scry. Lunar Veteran. We want to find a monument, I think. A Torens. We want more of a finisher. We just have small. I mean, I guess our deck is mostly small creatures, but day tickets for the in-person event will cost $75, 30 virtual tickets. So it's probably going to be like. It's probably going to be somewhat expensive then. If a day ticket's $75, like the full package is probably what, I don't even know, $250, something like that. Plus, you gotta like have a place to stay, and you gotta get to Vegas, so it adds up for sure. Yeah, there should be a bunch of artists. I'm sure there'll be tons of players and content people. Normally, Vegas is like the big one. Normally, Vegas is the one where if you're only gonna go to one event each year, Vegas is the one to go to. Well, block. I mean, I think the goal here is to try to clean up the board and then dust on, maybe. Oh, 2-day pass is $79. Okay, that's a lot cheaper than I was thinking. I thought it said 1 day. Day tickets for the in-person event will cost $75. I don't know. I'm hearing different things. Someone said a 2-day pass is $80. Another person said that a single day pass is $75. So look on the website. That's probably the solution. I mean, I guess we can just look it up. We can probably just look it up and get the actual info, maybe. As we... Single day general admission 75. Yeah, I don't know. That does say 75 there. Are we just passing as we time out? Oh, we really want to get this dust on in the graveyard. Yeah, let's do it. I think it's worth it. All right, so we get to get all of our stuff back next turn. Opponent. Yeah, I miss the free events. Oh, that might be the last one, dog. Yeah, there's so many Vegas events. We know there's gonna be a special secret lair drop. Wizards cannot resist adding a secret lair drop to the mix. Down to 16. And Bone Crusher Giant, sure. How do we avoid dying? If we can live a couple more turns, we're going to go off. But can we live a couple more turns? That's the real question. Yeah, let's play Torens. Pass the turn. You know they got to have a handful of questing bees for when they draw land number 4. You know they got to be coming. About it. There's the land. Gotta expect a questing beast here. Gotta. So we're hoping... the only downside of Dawn is it's just a lot of mana. Kill the Bone Crusher. Are we getting Embercleave? That's another thing they could definitely have. Oh, don't... Oh, well, I guess that's fair. We were cleaving people earlier, so I guess it's fair that we get cleaved back. Down to 8. We draw land. That's not enough, though. Yeah, not enough mana. So we draw a million cards. Just couldn't get the... Oh, that was a little bit disappointing this game, honestly, that our opponent stumbled on mana, and we still just... We couldn't get anything going. Maybe we traded off more aggressively than we should have. The World Championship will include The World Championship will include Explorer? I thought Worlds was a paper event. Yeah, well, if Dust on Return to Play, that card would be so insane. I mean, it's... Oh, I thought Cardboard Live was going, but it's updating, apparently. If it Returned to Play, it would probably be too broken, honestly. So what have y'all been playing lately, Magic-wise? What format do you want to see more of? Like, we're in the weird summer period. We don't really have a new set for 6 weeks or so. So this is our time. I assume we'll get new Explorer stuff at some point, where we can do some exploring once we get the anthology. Been playing Baldur's Gate drafts. It's been fun. How's the card reading? Do you adjust to it? So I only did like a draft or two, so I didn't do much. Do you adjust to just the amount of text on cards? Wow, there's a monument. Okay, we actually got a monument this time and a bunch of removal. I've been meaning to play some Pauper. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I've been meaning to. Modern, yeah, Modern's sweet. More Alchemy. Please play more Pioneer Modern. I mean, we always play. I would say that those are the formats we play the most. At least on the YouTube. On the YouTube, I would say those are our 2 most played formats. But you can never have too much. Yeah, let's run this out just for life gain. Run it out. Yeah, I mean, that's what I assumed, is that if you played enough, you'll get used to it. What do you think about Pioneer versus Explorer? That's the trickiest one. We'll probably play a bunch of Pioneer in the next couple of weeks, because then we'll get the Explorer Anthology. I'm assuming, they haven't announced it, but I'm assuming it's got to be like around the beginning of August. And once we get that, we'll probably try out the new Explorer stuff. All right, opponent, running it out. This technically means we could get Cleave next turn, but I think this is still going to be worth it. Get in, hit ya, gain some life. Wow, they're trading it, okay. Trading away the Mana Dork. Well, that's fine with us. We got the Monument. We don't have the Torrent, but we get to go pretty wide now. We get to go pretty wide. I did not end up going to Syracuse. How was it? Anyone who went? I did end up watching some of it, which was sweet. I feel like Explorers... I mean, I guess right now it's, I guess technically a digital only format. Although, Second Monument's a little awkward. I guess it is technically a digital only format right now. Although in reality, it's Pioneer. It's Pioneer. We just don't have the cards yet. We don't have the rest of the cards yet. So I don't really think of it as a digital only format, at least in the way of like Alchemy or Historic or something. I live in Syracuse, didn't even go. Had a bocce tournament in Rome and a World Series this week. Ooh, wait, you're playing the World Series of bocce? There's a World Series of bocce? That's sweet. I remember playing bocce. I haven't played bocce in a long time. I think I learned how to play from like my grandparents or something when I was little. It's kind of an interesting game. It was great. Stephen Green was there, but everyone was super nice. I miss Historic pre-Alchemy. Oh, me too. I mean, we might actually do some. You know what? Let's just pass in Giant Killer, I think. I think that's fine. We might actually play a little Historic tonight to try the Gate deck. I haven't played it. Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I played Historic. Wow. I didn't realize bocce was such a big tournament scene. Questing Beast. Well, that was why we were leaving up the Giant Killer in part. About it. Attacks with everything. Spend some energy. Well, we'll kill the Burning Tree. Take a few million. Cabria takedown. Play Lunarch Veteran. Get a token. Giant Killer. Get a token. Pass the turn. I mean, we're making it. We're surviving. We're staying alive. Opponent. Flame Blessed Bolt. Okay. And land. Only one card in hand. Goes to combat. Attacks. Well, kill one of them. Okay, down to 5. Scavenging Ooze. It's a little bit annoying. Can eat our graveyard, that's a problem. The deck's doing good, Sir Robert. It's actually super fun. We lost our arena sounds. Ooh, Skyclave. Alright, Skyclave. Get rid of the ooze. Pass the turn. We're kind of playing like the control deck now. Pass the turn. Why didn't you Cabria take down the other brawler before damage? I was worried a little bit about our opponent slow rolling an Embercleave. Like if they waited until we reacted first, they could Embercleave on the opposite thing and get us. And Rumor Gatherer is very nice. Very, very nice. Rumor Gatherer. Boy, the deck really does just have the ability to go wide, which is sweet. Like, I feel like we're in a really good spot now. Like, we're only making 1/1s, but we got removal up. Actually, I think we let them attack this time. If they have Embercleave, we can blow them out. And we can get a bunch of stuff off the board. There's the cleave. This was actually exactly what we wanted. On the brawler, there's an MDFC for that. Kill it. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Nothing on board. Another takedown. Hit you for 4. And opponent. Opponent only had run mana. Oh, then I guess that might be a punt. Lunarch Veteran. But yeah, just playing it conservatively, basically. But if our opponent didn't have a chance to blow us out there, then probably too conservatively. But I feel like we're kind of playing like the control deck here, and that's one of the interesting things about this deck is it can be aggro or it can kind of play like a control deck. Oh yeah, the only downside to Monument is it is legendary, and when you draw a bunch of them, it is kind of awkward. Well, get in for a bunch. Opponent goes to 4. Ooh, all right, pass the turn. I don't know taps. Yeah, apparently the Vegas thing's in a different place than it usually is. It's usually in... Yeah, they can double desert us, but we still do not die. I'm shocked our opponent didn't sack the green desert. They could have got multiple activations. About it. Land. And that's GG's. This one really is the GG. Go to combat attack. And that felt actually really good. Hey, Seth, I have to say that your 100 Dino video was the funniest thing I've watched in a while. Oh, yeah, the 100 rhinos were interesting. I'm glad you liked it, Batman. Oh, everything about it was just so funny. I mean, even just like Battle of Wits versus Mill is just, even that is just funny. Just that by itself is funny. It feels good, Verity Black. I'm glad we got a chance to try it because it actually feels really sweet. I like that game a lot. That felt very solid. Yeah. Yeah, we were desperate. We got to the point where cloning crabs was our best option, but it worked. It kind of worked. I was trying to figure out, I was thinking about it after the fact, trying to figure out if it was, hey, good game, Bastronaut. Ooh, not even Legion. I was trying to figure out, if you actually think about it, let's say we did nothing in that match. Literally nothing. Could our opponent have milled us out? Like, does Modern Mill have enough mill? Hey, what's up, Stone Rain? How are you? Does Modern Mill have enough mill to mill out a 250 card deck, assuming we don't interact with them at all? Like, they get to resolve all their spells. We're not, like, countering their stuff, shuffling our graveyard back in. And I think the answer is maybe. That was the answer I came up with, is maybe. I was thinking about it. I think, oh, your brother's back home? Awesome. So that means he must be doing a little bit better, right? Oh, that's good news, Stone Rain. Well, hopefully this time he makes a full recovery and is done with hospital visits at this point. All right, eliminates Athalia. Passes. Well, land and Torens. Go. I was thinking about it, like, oh, tell P hello, Stone Rain, and I'm glad he's doing better. The crab are the problem. Like, the crabs could theoretically let our opponent do it. All right, opponent's gonna draw some cards. Oh, this Soren's also a problem. We might have to try to kill the Soren, even though it hurts. Yeah, we definitely have to. Everything is Soren. We gotta get rid of it. About it. Blocks the Torens. Blocks the Thraben Inspector. All right. Well, Torens 2. Go. Yeah, the Rhino deck was really good. I don't know if Modern Mill, if they have Cacophony, it gets a lot easier. If they actually have a card that's mill half your deck, then they actually have a more realistic shot. Ugh. All right, well, Rumor Gatherer. Things are getting sketchy. Have not been able to stick our payoff, so we're just playing... Oh, Drana, eh? And Gifted Etherboard. Haven't been able to stick our payoff, so now we're left mostly just playing underpowered creatures, which is tough. Lunarch Veteran, Scry, Veteran to the bottom. Cathar Commando, Scry. I mean, and our opponent managed to do the Soren shenanigans on turn 3, which is... Do we even want Monument now? I feel like we don't. Yeah, I don't know what we want now. I think we might just be dead. Opponent's just got the big things going. Mother Frogger, welcome to the Fish Bowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup. Oh, another Soren. Big soup tier for you. Thank you. Because if you think about mill, like Tasha's Hideous Laughter, that probably 4 copies, what, mill 60 maybe? And then you have opponent gets and hits us. Huh. That kills that, but they still have 2 Etherborns. They still have... If we attack everything here, all right. This doesn't work, right? We still just get wrecked. Everything is Soren. Block. Soren's definitely living, and our opponent gains a ton of life. Well, okay. Dust. Go. Dust was big. Do you have an actual video for 100 rhinos for the fans of Rhino and Battle of Wits? No, but based on the reaction to that video, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to make one now. Once that match happened, instead of recording more matches, I worked on doing the edit on that one. But everyone said they want to see more of it, so I think I'm going to make a full video of it. That's my plan, at least. Well, okay. Draw a card. Play the land. Pass the turn. Oh, so many cards have been drawn. Unopposed mill versus getting interacted with, 2 different questions. Yeah, no, it's definitely true. Nighthawk Scavenger. Oh, boy. It's been hard to find a window to dawn without dying. Opponent. Picks up. Goes to combat. Wow, big attack, eh? Now, I don't know if this is going to work, but kill this. Oh, this just leaves us dead on board if we do it, though. I mean, maybe we just gotta chump? Yeah, I guess our best bet's chumping. Chump. Hopefully draw a land. A land would actually be good. Well, all right, Dawn. Pass the turn, see if we're alive next turn with this Soren out. Hey, Seth, make another 100 rhinos, but this time, don't put the rhinos in it. The other time the deck was too strong with that many rhinos. I know. We gotta tone it down a little bit. All those rhinos is just, that's way too much. Dust on is good, but it needs more mana. It's hard to find a window against an aggro deck like this when you don't hit your land drops. It's a nice late game effect, but yeah. All right, opponent Sorens for days. I mean, that was double Soren, triple Soren, maybe triple Soren. So what do you do about that? Are you hideously laughing, Stone Rain? We do have a possible Purifying Light, which seems good against mono black. Dust on is fine. It's hard to find the window. I mean, it's pay 5, take a turn off to set up for the next turn. Hard to do when you're too far behind. That's the challenge of it. When you're too far behind, it can be very, very hard to actually find a window to resolve it. If you do manage to resolve it, though, it's great. Like, it's so good. I mean, it was what, 5 mana, draw 6, draw 7? Like, it was a big number, a lot of card advantage. Maybe Pithing Needle. Pithing Needle Soren might actually be worth it. I feel like the Soren was a big part of our issues there. Try to cook something and bring it the night before I take off. Ooh, I will say I'm hoping to go to Vegas. I'll be able to find something that tastes almost as good as the microwave does, but fresh. Last I checked, most hotels don't have a kitchen. Ooh, yeah, I don't. I would love to try some Magikarp food, but yeah, I don't know how that would work at a hotel. One Explorer deck that I've been having fun with, Mono Black Zombies. Needs another good 2-drop though. Ooh, have we played any zombies? We played zombies in Pioneer and it worked really well. I wonder what's missing. I'll have to look at the list. Have y'all been having bugs with arena sounds, by the way? Do your arena sounds just randomly stop working? I don't know if when Wizards gonna fix that. So it makes a difference here. There's no White Weenie Planeswalker remotely comparable. Oh no, there's nothing close. I mean, I don't think Soren gets the credit it deserves for how strong it is, but I think that Soren is like, oh, we got to get this down before Thought sees. I think that Soren is like legitimately one of the strongest Planeswalkers ever printed. It just doesn't feel that way because it only works with vampires. Like, you have to be vampires, which I think is a good way to make strong Planeswalkers. Like, you can print really strong Planeswalkers as long as they only go in specific decks, but I think Soren does not get anywhere near the amount of credit it deserves for just how strong it is. And it also is just going to keep getting better. Like, it's just going to keep getting better. Just like more vampires will be printed. It's an incredibly popular tribe. So Wizards going to keep making more vampires. We just got Xander, for example. Like, we just got Xander. That's a really strong vampire to put into play. Give it another 10 or 15 years and there'll probably be a... opponents are just drawing so many cards. There'll probably be a vampire Emrakul or something on that level, and then Soren will be so good. Moominarit, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup to you. Thank you. Well, I'm running out so we can draw a card. Rumor Gatherer, not as great when we don't have a Torens effect going. With a Torens effect, it's pretty good. I like Torens design, powerful but narrow. Yeah, that's what I like about it as well. Abundant. More eliminates. So many eliminates. I didn't know eliminate was a card people played in this format. All right, even more removal. Oh, there's a monument, thankfully. Finally. I'll run out the Brutal Cathar. Token, Scry. Keep the Skyclave. Get rid of the token, I guess. And I guess we gotta start trying to get in damage. Like, we need to close out this game. This Apostle, we probably should have been attacking last turn, honestly. Yeah, now we got the engine going. Knight of the Eben Legion. That should make things... Oh, that's risky. That is... How is our opponent going to stop the Apostle? Opponent's going down to 6. They got all the cards in the world, but we got the Apostle. Opponent grows their Dork. We will... Intrepid Adversary. Token. Land to the bottom. Pump. Ooh, Torrens 2. Torrens 2 hit you with the Apostle. Opponent needs like, crippling fear. Crippling fear is the card that gets us. Soren. Soren's annoying, but it doesn't directly get us. Okay. Trying to go lifelink. Languish. Well, okay. Not great. There goes our board. I'll play a Torrens. Maybe we can rebuild. We got the Skyclave to get rid of the Soren. So opponent's going to need another one. Soren down. Oh, got there. If that was Meat Hook, we would have been super dead. Do you think you're going to Vegas on Magikarp? Is that the goal? Well, I mean, that worked. I like this deck. This deck feels sweet. I made something I call veggie tacos. Grilled peppered mushrooms, rice with paprika, cumin, crushed red peppers, jalapeno, Cano rice, and Mexican cheese. Only 650 calories with 3 with a lot of cheese. Ooh, sounds good, Stone Rain. Yeah, language you don't see that much anymore. But Pioneer / Explorer just doesn't have great wraths in black. White has absurd wraths, but black is like not the best. Not the best color of wraths in the format. Ooh, awesome, Coral. Yeah, if you go to Vegas, definitely come say hello. It'd be fun to meet as many people as possible. Well, Thraben Inspector. Get a clue, gain a life. I guess we pass. See if we can make these dust-ons work. Gonna be close. Oh, Mutilate would be a cool one for Pioneer. That would be sweet. Mutilate's one I feel like is probably going to make it through Standard. Like, Mutilate would be fine, right? I don't think that's an unprintable card for Standard. Okay, land. We need a land. We need a land. We need a land. Okay, just barely. But that is technically a land. Well, we're going to run out Giant Killer for now. Gain a life past the turd. We're getting there. We're getting there. We're making it sketchy, but we're getting there. The arena sounds are probably broken. Hopefully you can still hear me, but arena has a bug. All right, so opponent has their combo. Sorin, Champion of Dust, draw a million cards. We did hit a land though. Well, I think we got to get rid of the Sorin. The problem with Sorin for us is Sorin just, when you draw those cards, it begets more Sorins, and then it becomes very difficult to actually deal with them all. Extinction Event's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why Arena, hopefully they fix it. It gets annoying after a while. It's just like randomly drops out partway through a match, which is odd. All right, opponent's going to hit us for a bunch. Unfortunately. Many cards in hand as well. And a Knight of the Eben Legion. We kind of want these to grow so we can dust on them, is I think what we're hoping for. Not Rumor Gatherer. Gain a life. Veteran, gain a life. What's the biggest deck that you've ever played based on card size? So like the most cards in a deck? It's probably the Battle of Wits deck, honestly. I think we've played multiple Battle of Wits decks. Ooh, I don't think we want Torens at the moment. We really want lands. We're getting to that position again where we're going to be doing the Dust On thing, but I feel like we need to try to get enough lands that we can actually Dust On without dying. Eliminate for our opponent. What's the biggest deck you've played based on card size? Yeah, it's got to be a Battle of Wits deck. We've played a few. There might be one that was like slightly more cards than the Rhino one we played. Well, okay, block here. All right, do some blocking. Opponent bumps. I mean, this Dusk is going to be pretty decent, hopefully. We dropped to 10. But we get to Dusk. Blow up your board. Oh, staying alive. Get in with a Giant Killer. Standing alone. Trying to decide between building Jund Midrange and Yawgmoth in Modern. Any opinions between the two which are better? I mean, I think at this point, I would say that Yawgmoth is the higher tier of the decks. All right, Luminous Phantom, Apostle, go. So I think just power level wise, Yawgmoth, I would say. Jund is still there, but the builds, ooh, Drana. Oh, and another Sorin, okay. About it. Picks up, passes. I'll play the Monument. Another Veteran. Hit the Sorin. This has actually ended up being a wild match. It was one of my favorite matches that I've ever played. I'm doing well. Into Cop, how are you? Good to have you. Good to see ya. Nighthawk Scavenger. We kind of want this Drana to grow, and then we can... No one expects the second Dusk while they're doing it. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Okay, this is good for us. We'll block. Gain a bit of life. Oh, Dust Dawn. No one expects these Dust Dawns. No one expects it. No one plays around it. These Dust Dawns are going to make our opponent... Oh my goodness, they're going to get him. They're going to get him good. Yeah, let's do the second one. Dusk. Sweep your board. Our board lives. Kill your... Actually, let's just send everything at Sorin just to make sure. Sorin's too good to risk it. We got to get it out of here. About it. Sorin down. Persistent Buns. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, opponent also sweeps. Now we want to land. We want to land. Now if we can Dust Dawn, oh my goodness, it'll be spectacular. This is the time. Oh, Monument. All right, well. Intrepid Adversary. Mega Token. Yeah, all right, we'll just pay. That's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent. Give to the Etherborn. Yeah, I guess Vampires Dying to Dusk is odd, isn't it? Murder is Rider. Come on, deck. Come on, deck. We want to draw everything. Well, Rumor Gatherer. Mega Token. Intrepid Adversary. Bottom. We just want to land. We want to land for the Dust Dawn. That's all we want. Trigger. Thraben Inspector. Play it. Monument is so good when it goes off. Hey, what's up, Lord? Good to see you. Good to see you. Torrens to the bottom. We need a land. We need a land. Thraben Inspector. Rumor Gather to the bottom. Land. That's all we need. Can you look at my Raga Draga commander deck? Trying to keep it around $100, but need some tips. Ooh. Yes. Raga Draga sounds sweet. That's one of the Baldur's Gate commanders I'm interested in building around as well. It seems like a good budget commander because it really just wants mana dorks, and most mana dorks are not that expensive. I mean, there's a few, like the Bloom Tenders of the world. There it is. There it is. All right, boom. Dawn. This time not dead on board. That's where Dawn is at its best. Discard the Monument. Discard Thraben Inspector. Oh, that is the good Dawn. How Dinos was actually kind of sketch. It was okay. Like, we won a couple games with it, but it was not as, oh, opponent, we were gonna do fun things. I mean, our opponent was gonna die, but we were gonna do fun things. But Dinosaurs, we went like 2-3, I think. 2-3. We also played just like a million control decks in a row. It shouldn't seem like good matchups. This deck is sweet though. I would recommend this deck. I'm sure we could do some more, like, I don't know, is there anything, I want something that White Mane Lions. Do we have a White Mane Lion? We need an ETB return to your hand creature. There's probably not one as good as White Mane Lion. But, so if you see, let me see if I can find the modern deck. And I will look at Raga Draga. If you look at the modern build, this deck is very similar to it. The main things it's missing, no Squadron Hawk, but whatever. Like, you don't need Squadron Hawk. The big one is White Mane Lion. White Mane Lion doesn't look like much, but White Mane Lion is just 1 mana, trigger your monuments, trigger your torrents. When it ETBs, return a creature, not another creature, to its owner's hand. So you can just get like to 5 mana or 6 mana and just cast it, bounce, 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 cast it, bounce, 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 and just make as many tokens as possible for all your mana. I don't think is there anything? Yeah, we're playing Explorer though. Is there anything else that does something similar? Can we do anything like this in Explorer? Just played you, Seth. I was an hour getting to play you. Been a long time, fam. Always hope to run into you on the ladder. Hey, good game, Prometheus. That was a super fun game. That was fun. The vampires were looking really good. Thanks for swinging by the way. Aviary mechanic. So the problem is the modern versions often only bounce other creatures. Like Aviary mechanic, when it enters the battlefield, you may return another permanent you control to your hand. Well, Loyal Griff, when it enters the battlefield, another creature. Part of what makes White Mane Lion so powerful, it can just bounce itself over and over again. I don't know if these other lesser versions would be worth it. Maybe they would still be. What does this say? When it enters a battlefield, may return another target creature. So basically, if we had 2 mechanics, we could do it. Cast 1, pick up the other, cast 1, pick up the other. So maybe there's a way to do it where you play like 4 Loyal Griffs, 4 Aviary mechanics, and try to do it that way. I mean, maybe they'd be fine anyway. Just like picking up a Thraben Inspector or something, picking up a adversary to reset it. Unfortunately, none of them are really on curve. They're all pretty below the curve, really. Extraction Specialist does seem like a decent option. Ooh. I will say Rumor Gatherer has been impressive. Maybe what about Cathar Commando? Maybe Cathar Commando isn't worth it, and we play Extraction Specialist instead and move this into the sideboard? Oh, what was your video, Rucker? Yeah, Charm Prince doesn't really do it. Yeah, let's play another game. This deck has actually felt fun. I've enjoyed it. So Raga Draga budget. What advice do we have for Raga Draga? So let's look at this deck. So I would say, if you want feedback on it, here would be my opinion. 34 lands, it might actually be okay in Mana Dork Tribal. Normally I tell people you try to get like 38 lands at least, but if the whole theme of your deck is everything makes mana, being at 34 might actually be fine with this deck. Blaze is really cool. I would consider Banefire maybe, depending on your play group. Banefire is essentially Blaze. I think it's still cheap. It's got to be like a bulk rare. But it's essentially Blaze, except if you spend a bunch of mana on it, it can't be countered. I guess it's $1. So I know maybe that adds too much to the budget, but I do think that Banefire would be just an upgrade, because you're going to run into someone who you're like, you make all this mana and you're like, I'm going to just like Blaze you for lethal, but then they take and counter it. That doesn't happen if you got Banefire. This looks solid to me though. You got ramp, you got some card draw, you got some wraths. You got a bunch of Mana Dorks that work with the commander. Wild Pear's a really cool one. I think for being a budget Raga Draga list, to me that looks really good. Ooh, Welcoming Vampire. So the way that it can be better, I guess, Rumor Gatherer, is we do get the scries, which are nice. Like the synergy. The synergy when it happens is actually pretty good, where essentially if we have a Ketra's Monument, every creature we cast is 2 creatures. So every creature we cast is giving us scry 1 and then draw a card. So the downside is the body's worse. Like that's the big drawback. Like with Welcoming Vampire, you get a flying body. This will be interesting. I do not know. It's control night. We've played a lot of control tonight. I do not know how control will go with this deck. If we can stick our payoffs, it could be fine. Maybe we should have just ran out a monument. I'm expecting a Censor or Jawari Disruption, but we got 2 monuments, so maybe it's fine to run one into a bad counter. Ooh, Sylvan Awakening does seem good with Raga Draga. Stuff that turns your other things into mana producing creatures. Yeah, I like that. That's like Pioneer Jeskai Ascendancy combo shenanigans. There's so many cool new commanders that I just haven't really got to build around because they're not on Magic Online. And Raga Draga is one of them. Like, so few Baldur's Gate commanders actually made it onto Magic Online. Well, get in here, yeah. Opponent, a Brazen Borrower. Well, chipping in for 2. Go Thrabes. Oh, what's the word worm calling combo? Yeah, play the land. Monument, take 2. It's so weird to me. Like, as a Moto player, it makes me so jealous. It makes me so jealous. Not only Wizards could not manage to print a lot of the Baldur's Gate cards on Moto, but they put the whole Alchemy set onto Arena. Not only that, though, I realized it today. I had a random Alchemy pack that I must have got from a draft, and I opened it, and I realized they put both versions on there. I didn't realize with the Alchemy cards it was Earthquake Dragon. So they actually not only do they put the whole set on there and all these commanders, but they actually put multiple versions. Like the real version of Earthquake Dragon popped up from the pack, but then also the like Alchemy rebalanced, slightly different version. So they found it worthwhile to apparently put a lot of effort into putting this set on Arena, and did not find it worthwhile to even put like a tiny bit of effort into putting the set on Magic Online, which just makes me sad because I play Magic Online a lot. Worm Calling combo. Oh, let me see the Worm Calling combo. Oh, buyback shenanigans. Well, I guess 2 Rumor Gather is probably better than 1. I mean, I don't know if this is going to work, but we might as well spend all of our mana pumping our dorks here, attempting to. Pump. Fateful Absence. Play the land. Pass the turd. Raga Draga. Viridian Joiner. Worm Calling. So Raga Draga pumps this to make it make more mana. Then you Worm Calling. Wait, how are you getting the untap though? When a creature you control attacks, untap it with a mana ability attacks. Oh, I see. So you're taking advantage of the +7/+7 part. So it's making a ridiculous amount of mana. Wait, but what am I missing? I feel like I'm missing an untap here. So you tap this to, so you got Raga Draga, you tap this to make mana, you Worm Calling. Well, I guess we can just read this. Activate Viridian Joiner, tap it to make mana equals power, cast Worm Calling, paying at least 7. Raga Draga's third ability gives it +7/+7. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, there is actually untapped text on Raga Draga there. That's what I was missing. Raga Draga does the untapping. That's what I was missing. I was like, I see what this is going, but where's the untapping? But yeah, in the wall of text, there is untapping. Well, I mean, I guess we kill this token. Yeah, Morrowind could also do it, I think. Can you tell us the story of how you fell in love with Panharmonicon? Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know if I ever really thought, how did I fall in love with Panharmonicon? I mean, I've always loved cards that do unique things, that do different things. And when Panharmonicon came out, it was pretty unique. That we had never really seen something that did what it did as far as, oh, we should have played this in the opposite order. All right, we gotta wait now. We can't run it into its demise of a silly counter spell. It came in a set with Reflector Mage was in standard, Cloud Blazer was in standard. There were just so many good ETB triggers, and it was just the first card I built around after it came out, and it was so much fun. It's such a cool card. And now I think because of Panharmonicon, I just love anything that doubles or triples things. I mean, I guess there's been things in the past that like double your mana or whatever, but there's been nothing like Panharmonicon. Now we get triple damage. We got Yarok. I'm waiting for a triple Panharmonicon. You know it's gonna happen. You know Wizard's gonna do it. Hey, what's up, Mr. Take It? How are you? Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, opponent smacks us a bit. Still leaving up manas. Well, crack the clue. Wouldn't mind another creature. Another creature would be another monument. Too many monuments. Well, play Torens. Make a token. Definitely putting the land to the bottom. Come on. Ooh, another rumor gatherer, eh? Another rumor gatherer. 2 of those would be sweet. Yeah, play it. Could you imagine if a Ketra's Monument wasn't legendary? Oh, we could do so much. Well, land to the bottom. It would probably be too overpowered. The cost reduction would get super good. I've been testing out my Grixis midrange deck. Been a lot of fun. Ooh, what's your list look like, Bennymon? Well, we just put a ton of lands to the bottom. All right, pass the turn. There's a Brazen Borrower. Sure. Also with Ragged Raga, since it's basically all dorks, our druids, it's fun using Gillyfart Druid to take your opponent's lands. I did that on Commander Clash this season, and some people got salty. just a little salty. Mirror Box could be interesting. Although Mirror Box doesn't really work with any of our other stuff. That would be the drawback, I guess. We scryed 3 lands to the bottom. We really need to hit 4 lands to the bottom. We really need to hit a creature here. Another portable hole. I feel like our opponent's holding a counter. They gotta be. All right, Thraben Inspector is good. Thraben Inspector, trigger, draw some cards. We need to find a way to not die to this Brazen Borrower. That's also a concern. Skyclave is a way. That's a way. We will keep that. Keep the Skyclave. Draw it from our Rumor Gatherers. See, Rumor Gatherers like going off. Trigger. Oh, did you email me this one? Thalia. Probably gonna go 2 Thalias. I mean, Thalia might actually be worth it. on second thought. Skyclave? Trigger? We're building a really nice, massive board here. Keep the Thalia. Scry. Scry. Get rid of the Brazen Borrower. Crack the clue. I want to do this now so we get fresh scries. We get so many scries. Yeah, that deck looks sweet, Benny. Yeah, I remember it with the Kaidos in there. Ooh, all right, yeah, we'll keep Korea Takedown. Hitting Planeswalkers too is big. Like, look at all the triggers we're generating. The deck's just like kind of going off. I would consider this going off. And the hilarious thing is if our opponent like taps out to Wrath us, we can just dust on and get everything back and just totally refill our hand. We have enough mana that we can do everything all in the same turn. Rumor Gatherer. It's triggered like 1,000,000 times. Maybe it's better than Welcoming Vampire. Might actually be. I'll play the land. You're going, opponent. Your go. Seth, since rotation is coming soon, what are your thoughts on focusing more on standard? Definitely focus more on standard. Well, you mean now or after rotation? I think after rotation, we'll probably focus a lot on standard. We can definitely do some more standard over the summer if it's something that you're interested in. Normally, this is kind of the slow time for standard where everyone's waiting for rotation to happen. But I'm sure we'll mix some in. I'm sure once we get the new sets, we will play a ton of standard. Like that's usually how it goes. So give it another month or two. Actually, I don't know why we're doing it this way. We should just do this. That makes way more sense. Not gonna bother to kill the other one because we're going to Dusk and maybe win. Is Arena as bad as the internet has me believe? Never believe the internet. The truth is usually somewhere in the middle. Pretty much anything you see on the internet from anyone, the truth is probably not as bad or not as good as they are making it out to be. I would say Arena certainly has its issues, its foibles, let's say. It can be really expensive if you're someone who just tries to buy everything on it. The economy has issues. We have occasional bugs, which probably any game has. But at the same time, if you read the internet, you could also get the impression that it is just, like, horrible or unplayable or whatever. And that also is not the case. Like, it does do a relatively good job of what it's trying to do most of the time. Viewer battles! Yes, Stone Rain, Tuesday. I should announce this again. Well, I'm planning on it as long as we get signups for it, if people are interested in it. Wow, you're gonna march sure. March away a token. Opponent loses their board. Do we have lethal here? Go to combat. Everything in our opponent. Opponent goes to 4. Yeah, let's just pass the turn. We're kind of beating the control deck. I can battle, but closer to 4. Yeah, that's fine. I can put you towards the bottom of the list, and then when you get there, you can get in the game. But yeah, if you want to do viewer battle on Tuesday, email me, SaffronOlive@mtggoldfish.com, Seth@mtggoldfish.com. Either one, it all goes to the same place. Let me know what you want to play, your arena info, and what you want to play. All right, another Wandering Emperor. I mean, can our opponent actually get out of this? So they eat this. That can't be the optimal choice, but okay. So if we fizzle this, they block here. Yeah, let's do this. Cabrera take down the Torens, fizzle the life gain. Plus, we want Torens in the graveyard for the Dust Dawn. Makes a non-existently small shark. Oh, it's just lethal. Opponent nothing. Is there persist combo in historic? Yes, I believe so. It's been a minute since I played historic. It's not an explorer. We don't have any persist cards in explorer, but I think that the cards exist to persist combo in historic. Historic has a lot of interesting old cards. So I'm pretty sure like the random black 2-drop goblin is there. So you really just need like that. What do we have to we have Solemnity. So you do it with Solemnity. I'm sure there's a way. I think there are enough pieces to do it. I don't think you can play like the most optimal version of it, but I think there are enough pieces. Grumgully also does it. Solemnity, Grumgully, Sack Outlet. Yeah, Yawgmoth can be your Sack Outlet, so you get to draw a ton of cards. I don't think it's I don't know. Has anyone ever seen an actual list of it? Anyone actually playing Persist Combo? Could probably make one. I think it would. I just haven't played Historic in a while. Historic's power level is actually pretty high, so I don't know how it would fare overall. Honestly, I don't know if it would be... I don't know if it'd be really good or really bad in Historic. Yeah, that is the way of Historic. It is a very power creepy format because it gets everything. Ooh, first day class is another way to do it. You're right, another way to replace the counters. Ooh, one land. One land, but like pretty much everything we could want. I think we got a mulligan though. All right, this has more lands. This is fine. This is kind of a fair hand, but a fine hand. Moxen. Do you think they'll ever add the power to Arena? When are you playing Pauper next? Well, we played some Legacy recently, so I think there's a shot. Plus, I want to play the Gate deck. The Gate deck looks interesting. I love Gates. I always have fun playing Gates, so decent chance that we play some Pauper Gates in the near future. One of the things that was holding it back is it was just so hard to get the cards because of how they released them on Magic Online. So it was really expensive and hard to get the cards, but they kind of solved that problem, I think, so. Abundant land. Passes. Well, land and... Well, let's go attacking. Hitchia. No card draw this hand, which is a little scary. I'll run out Torrens, see if it gets countered. The Theros Beyond Death event used Pearl Sapphire and Black Lotus. Oh, so it already exists on... It already exists on Arena. We just haven't really seen them. Teamer Cascade. Oh, I played so much against Teamer Cascade. I haven't played... I don't know if we've ever done a video of it. But I've definitely played against it a million times. It's a very powerful deck, actually. Surprisingly powerful deck. Yeah, let's Giant Killer, make a token. Didn't they program a lot of cards into Arena because of Momir? Yeah. It's so funny on Arena. I never know. I think we've talked about this before. Sometimes it sounds like it's really hard to put cards on Arena, and then sometimes it seems like it's super easy to put cards on Arena. But yeah, there was definitely a time where all of a sudden one day Momir came back and there were like 50 new cards that seemingly were programmed just for it. I mean, honestly, it seems possible to me that like most of Magic is on Arena and Wizards just doesn't talk about it because they haven't figured out how to release it in a way that's going to be as profitable as they want. But I actually think that's a somewhat realistic possibility that probably not every card, but I would not be surprised if a lot more cards are actually on there that are just not public at this point. Because it might be that the pinch is not... Oh boy. So we play this Pump It. We do need to deal with this a little. Getting Wrathed would hurt. Now play the land. Intrepid Adversary. Pump. Kill you. Hit you. Opponent goes to 9. Can we fade a Wrath for one turn? We don't have Thali anymore. Oh! Vanquish the Horde! Vanquish the Horde! Wow! That is the absolute only Wrath that actually saves our opponent there. Who plays Vanquish? Wow. That was a good one for our opponent, I will admit. That is shocking. Yeah. Vanquish, is that a card that anyone actually plays? I don't think I've ever seen Vanquish the Horde played in like an actual deck, like a tier deck. But it worked out incredibly well there. Like we had enough creatures that it was 3 mana Hard Wrath. You know they're just holding out to get as much money as they can. Pioneer should be nearly complete, but instead we're getting 20 card drops sometime this summer. It hurts. Definitely agree with that. Like, I mean, I think that's the only reason it makes sense that we don't get new cards released more often is it's that they don't know how to release them in a way that's as profitable as they want them to be. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, at least. Well, go to combat. Attack, yeah. I can't Wandering Emperor. Boy, is that Vanquish just gonna save our opponent? March of Otherworldly Light. Exiling a counter spell. Alright. Opponent. Down to 4. Thraben Inspector. Get a clue. Pithing Needle. Name the Wandering Emperor. Pass the turn. The Dark Bebop. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Do you think Legacy would become more popular if it came to Arena? I think that Legacy would become more popular. Would it be like the most popular? Or like, you know, a super thriving modern style format? That I would be surprised. I think it would definitely improve, but I don't think it would. I think some people really like, because we have an example of this on Magic Online. On Magic Online, yeah. That is totally legal. Crack the clue. Phone has a who's who list of wraths. Oh my god. Vanquish the Horde and Settle the Wreckage in the same deck, in the same match, to keep our opponent alive. We have an example of this on Magic Online, though, where it is on Magic Online, and it is still not super popular. So I think that Legacy would certainly get more popular, but I don't think it would be like one of the most popular formats. Vintage Cube would be incredibly popular. That would make Wizards so much money. So much money. I'm actually surprised they haven't done that yet. You don't even have to put all the sets on for Cube. You just program in the stuff you need for the Cube in specific. And I think that people would give them... I mean, people give Moto a lot of money to play Cube. Well, but I mean, like, even on Moto, even compared to other Moto formats, it's not very popular. Like on Legacy on Magic Online is as cheaper than Modern, but Modern has like 10 times as many players as Legacy or something, or a very huge percentage more players. All right, that's another wrath our opponent has managed to find. I feel like our opponent is playing way less lands than they should be, but they are playing... They cut like most of their lands and replace them with wraths. I think that's what's happening here. The best I can figure. Our opponent cut all their lands and just has all wraths. To the fairy hero of the area. Going to tuck the Torens. Well, okay. Get rid of the Teferi. Well, Dust Dawn time. We'll see. Can it fight through all the wraths? Dust Dawn. A Catra Monument. Thalia. Go. If we win through all these wraths, that would actually be very impressive. Opponent. Come on, just die. Just die. Yarion. Gonna do some blinking and some drawing. Not sure this is going to be enough. Not sure it's going to be enough. We got the Giant Killer in hand, so we get to kill the blocker. So I think this is lethal. And we get to cast a bunch of stuff first is punishment for wrathing our board so many times. I mean, would you play Vintage Cube if it was on Magic Online? Was just asking why you hadn't played against a 12 board ripe deck. We've actually played against a ton of control today, like a ridiculous amount. I'll play this, make a token. I like the Rumor Gatherer. That means we can pretend like we just drew into this giant killer and we're not just casting our hands because because our opponent wrapped this so many times that we need to get revenge. Oh, actually that I guess that doesn't work because our opponent knows it's in our hand. But we did draw into the Cabrera takedown. That was not in our hand. Yeah, maybe that theory doesn't actually work. I apologize, opponent. I apologize. If I'd remembered that you could actually see the giant killer, I might have just killed you. Oh boy. All right. This deck hasn't lost yet. If we can win one more, I think we're out of the purgatory of gold, which would be sweet. Well, Verity Black, if you're still here, the deck's sweet. Hey Seth, since Dinosaurs disappointed you on today's stream, decided to make a deck with Panharmonicon that I think you'd like for Explorer. Please check it out. I've been wanting to play Panharmonicon and Explorer for a while now. We haven't done it yet, but Jaguar for the 54th month. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super, thank you. Going to my first Command Fest in Montreal tomorrow. Hopefully going to see him play against Tomer. Are you going? It's across the border from New York State. Oh no, control again. What is up with gold players on Arena playing mono control decks? I will not be in Montreal this weekend. A bit of a hike. But Tomer will definitely be there, so maybe Oh, okay, yeah. It's control. You should have cast a giant killer as a creature, like you forgot. Oh, I like that idea. Like cast it as a creature and say oops, and then draw a bunch of cards and then kill him. I like it. Well, get in it, yeah. Play the 3-bit inspector. Hey, thank you for the cheer, Coral. How much do we need to donate to get you to shred Magic cards live on stream and post it to Twitter? I mean, honestly, I wonder what would happen. I wonder if people would freak out. Probably. Magic players, in general, we don't do well with cards being destroyed, which I guess makes some sense. Like, cards are expensive, and it... I think that's why it rubs people the wrong way. Like, that's the thing that makes the most sense to me, is a lot of people want Magic cards and want, cards cost a lot of money, and not everyone can have all the cards that they want. And when you see someone who like just destroys a bunch of cards for no reason, I can see how that would be a feel bad if you're like, I totally would have played with that card. I've been saving up my money. I've been trying to feed my kids. I've been trying to feed my puppy. I've been working 60 hours a week. I've been trying to get this card. And here's someone who on their Twitch stream just tears it to bits. I can see how that would actually send an awkward message and rub people the wrong way. So Bear eating Magic cards is not intentional. It happens, but I've been trying to get him not to do that. That's more of a personality flaw of Bear than something I encourage. Yeah, I wish he would not do that, honestly. The literal most expensive card I own is a black, not a Black Lotus. It's a demonic tutor, a baited demonic tutor that I got from a Missouri MTG grab bag like forever ago, and I can't find it, and I have this like gnawing fear that Bear ate it, and that's I will never know. I'll just never find it again, and it was actually eaten by the bear. The cost of having a puppy. So I guess that would make it the most expensive card that I used to own, technically. Well, I mean, we're running stuff out. I don't know what our opponent's doing here. It's a lot of colors, but it's not clear what they're doing with those colors. They're countering many, many things. Okay. Now we go attacking. Opponent. Fire. Oh, this has got to be a... All right, like Indomitable Creativity style deck. That's what's happening. Opponent at depths. Here is the Panharmonicon deck. Ooh. The Elemental combo. The Elemental combo. That's... That's sweet. So it's kind of like Devilish Valet, the Devilish Valet combo deck we played, but with Panharmonicon 2 for even more Risen Reef triggers. I do like triggering Risen Reef. The more the better. All right, opponent. Oh, they just go infinite. Well, so much for... Yeah. So if you've never seen this combo, well, now we know what our opponent's doing, and we know we got to leave up like Giant Killer or something. Lotus God and this Sage of the Falls makes infinite tokens until our opponent draws their deck. We could probably be a jerk and not concede, and I assume our opponent's going to run out of clock eventually, but I would rather just concede. Hey Seth, been playing the Devilish Valet combo deck you played on stream a while ago. Absolutely best deck for getting daily rewards if they involve casting creatures or red spells. Made an Esper Crim deck scoop out of boredom. I think I peaked as a Magic player. I hadn't really considered that. That makes a lot of sense. Like, you can take and just keep picking up your Grinning Ingus, and that's a lot of red spells being cast. Yeah, that was the most expensive card, the most expensive card I own. But I don't know. Maybe I'll find it somewhere. I'm not very good at organizing my paper cards, so there is some possibility, I guess, that it's fallen behind something or in a box somewhere that I haven't found recently. But I think it was probably Bear. He learned that when he was a puppy, when he was a little puppy. I'm sure maybe you saw the picture of it forever ago, but right after I got him, he got into like a 5,000 count box of cards and it was just like sitting in the middle of it, loving every minute of destroying it. How many paper cards do you have? Honestly, probably way more than I will ever need, considering I don't really pay much paper. It's nice because I am building commander decks now and trying to get a commander collection going, but I have so many cards. I have a closet full of just like bulk cards for the most part. I have and then I have some decent cards, just mostly from opening boxes primarily. Oh, get in, hit ya. Gold players. Gold players, what can I say? That's not a land. Yeah, I believe we're 3-0 now. I didn't update it, did it? Yeah, I believe we are 3-0. Oh, I did update it. All right, play the land. Torens Monument. Counter number 1. So his idea of this deck, you just counter everything and then try to resolve that one spell and hope it wins, apparently. Opponent passes. Well, land. Torens Monument. Opponent. Oh, okay. Gonna go digging for a counter. Can we find another one? I mean, I'm a gold player at the moment too, fluffy face. Yeah, let's play Thrabes. We need a clock. Make a token. Go attacking. Return to the ranks. I'd have to look at the creature types. Maybe wedding announcement? We might need a... Oh, God. We might need one that doesn't care about creature types. Now, run this out. Shaper Sanctuary. Cathar Commando. Trigger. Draw a card. Oh, wait. Return to the ranks. I don't know. I was thinking Rally the Ranks, the Anthem effect. Return to the ranks. So we have Dusk Dawn. Return to the ranks is it on Arena? Oh, I guess it is in Jumpstart Historic Horizon. Could Return to the Ranks be good? So Return to the Ranks reanimates creatures mana value 2 or less. So would Miss Rumor Gatherer, Skyclave, Torens. I mean, it could be worth considering. The Convoke would work well with a Torens Monument and tokens from Torens. So it should be able to reanimate all the cheap stuff. I could see it being like a sideboard option for the grindy matchups. Well, all right, Torens. Opponent better not have another Wrath. Another Wrath is going to be an issue. Okay, opponent going to kill Rumor Gatherer. Let us draw a card. Commando? Wow! Okay. Opponent really does not want to let us draw this card. They really spent 2 removal spells to keep us from triggering it to scry and draw. And we drew cards anyway because... and we drew cards anyway. Yeah, Torens. Thalia. Trigger. Opponent really did not want us to draw that card. Hit ya. Down to 12. All right, well, if our opponent has a sweeper, we're going to cry. Like another Anger of the Gods. Otherwise, our opponent's pretty close to being dead here. All right, big score and scoop. Can we get the 4-0? Can we get the 4-0? It all comes down to this. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm of the belief that given enough time, anyone can get to Mythic with aggro. Not saying aggro doesn't take skill. Oh, I would agree with that. Well, not even aggro in specific. I would just say that given enough time, pretty much anyone will be able to get to Mythic. I don't think that Mythic is much more than a commitment for the most part. Like, I think that Mythic is you played a lot of Arena. I think you got to be somewhat good. I think if you're a brand new player, you're probably not going to get there. But I do think that most people, if you just play enough, you get there. Yo, MTG Goldfish, I've watched you for a while. I just got to 97% Mythic in Explorer with a deck I built myself and have never seen anyone play. I didn't lose a game in Diamond, and it works, and it's to work on my own hands. Can I submit it to you and see how you like it? It's a +1 counter deck. That sounds amazing, Sustin. I would absolutely love to see it. I would love to see it. Yes, please. Send me a link. Email me, sanfernando@mtggoldfish.com. But yes, I would love to see the deck. Well, all right. Untap land. Thraben Inspector, go. A +1/+1 counter deck, I'm assuming. That sounds really sweet. Congratulations. Getting super high Mythic with your own brew is like, that's the best feeling. That's the best feeling. I don't know. That's how it is for me, at least. Like, getting like a good league or a good run to Mythic or something with someone else's deck is fine. That's great. But there's nothing like building your own deck and having success with it. That is, I think, for me, the best feeling in all of Magic. That is true. There is someone playing aggro that proved that you could get to Mythic by just playing the card to the right of your hand. Well, go attacking. The lack of land drops might be an issue here. Delicate Awakening. So what we're gonna need this giant killer. That is the card that can maybe save us about it. Draw, untaps with a newish hand. Land. I don't know what's best here. Missing land drops is going to kill us, but not getting... I think we got to run out Commando. This is bad in multiple ways. We got to just hope we draw the land. All right, opponent's going to make this disappear. Well, we do draw the land, which is nice. So play the land. Go to combat. Hit ya. Monument. Please don't counter it. Ooh, they're gonna kill the Thrabes. Okay. What do we have to do to get you to play a Pauper League? I'm actually hoping to play Pauper Gates in the near future. Either, if not on stream, on YouTube. So, probably not much. I mean, I don't know if we'll ever have Pauper be one of the formats we play most often. But, decent chance that we'll be playing a game with it soon. Oh, this mana screw is a problem. Like, we can build a huge board, but if our opponent just combos, we die. Which means if they have Indomitable Creativity in hand, we die. Yeah, I guess we gotta pass. Oh, this feels so bad. Hey, what's up, Zethro? Yeah, Sec has been fun. We've been having fun. Hey, Seth, what would it take to you to play one of the decks that I will send you in Twitch chat on Arena or Moto? It's always possible that I play MG Fuel. I've never, ever done a donation deck where... I've never done a donation deck where someone's actually, like, paid me to play their deck. But I love looking at people's decks. And we play viewer... I mean, we're playing a viewer deck right now, so... So there's always a possibility that if you send me a cool deck that tickles my fancy, that we end up playing it. I'm always on the lookout for decks that look fun. So the problem is our opponent's an infinite combo deck. Giant Killer is a one. Oh, I think they have the combo too. Giant Killer is the one card we have that stops the combo at the moment. So if we cast stuff to advance our game plan, this is the worst. Oh, we really need to hit lands there. This is a nightmare. Is this Commander mode? Hey, welcome to Magic, Digger Mask. No, this is Explorer. This is a 1v1 format. Commander is mostly a 4-player format, but we're playing Magic Arena now, playing the Explorer format. Giant Killer can kill the Lotus God and fizzle it. So we were hoping that we could draw land, so then we could start playing stuff. So we can just dump our hand, but then if our opponent has Indomitable Creativity, we literally just lose on the spot. This is really, really bad. Really unfortunate. Unfortunate timing to miss all of our land drops. But I think we have to do this. You could see our opponent. I'm very convinced our opponent has it in hand. You could see our opponent thinking about it on the end of their turn. About going for it during their second main phase, and they didn't. Presumably, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna try to wait until they leave up a counter spell, and then the Giant Killer's not gonna do it anyway. But I feel like it's just too risky to run our stuff out. Now it's a now I think we're probably just dead. Like now our stuff costs more mana, so even if we draw lands, we can't do anything. Oh, the worst time. No guts, no glory. I don't think our opponents, I don't know if our opponent would actually play around stuff. Big score. Well, all right. I mean, I guess next turn we're going to start playing stuff because our opponent has so much mana that they're just going to also have a counter spell up. But we probably die now. About it. Here they go. So it looks like our opponent assumed that we were trying to disrupt their combo and decided to wait until they could make enough mana that they could protect it with a counter spell or cast another card draw spell. So we go to try to kill the Lotus God. Yeah, the lack of mana just did us in. It did us in. Opponent says good game. Sure. Mute. And scoop it up. Yeah, I say Mana Screw beats Mana Flood. Well, that's assuming that you eventually draw out of the Mana Screw, which we did not that game. Well, it looks like it's gold. It's gold for us. For one more night. So what do we learn about our decks tonight? What do we learn? I gotta say, Dinos was kind of a big disappointment. Dinos, we went what, 2-3 or 4. I want to say that maybe if I was gonna play Dinos again, I think what I was gonna say. Oh, let me see, Scooston. Let me take a look at the deck before we wrap up our decks for today. So this is, let's see. So yeah, Absent Falconer, Wildwood Scourge, ooh, Conclave Mentor, Hopeful Initiate, Hardened Scales, Luminarch Aspirant Rishkar. Ooh, that looks super sweet. I played a counter deck in Standard that had some of those cards, and it was really fun, and it performed pretty well. So it's cool to see it working in other formats. But yeah, that looks like a lot of cool counter stuff. Looks powerful. I like the Absent Falconer. That's a card I've seen a couple times in like Modern or Pioneer, and it always catches me by surprise. It's really easy. It looks a little bit slow, but it often comes down and just gives things frying and Rinzoid array. So what's your biggest competitive MTG accomplishment? I've never really played like tournaments for the most part. So honestly, it's probably like something on Vintage Super League. I think the Vintage Super League run, or the Team Modern Super League run with Blue White Miracles, right? But like, who was it? Sam Black, Matt Severa, and someone else who was like a Platinum Pro or something. That was probably the peak of my actual competitive Magic accomplishments. I've just never played tournaments or done that kind of stuff. But so Dinosaurs, here's what I would say. If you want to play Dinosaurs, thank you for sharing your deck, by the way, Sustin. I think maybe probably won't play it tonight, but it is something we could definitely possibly play in the future. It looks very solid. Dinosaurs, I think maybe Gruul is the way to go. What's Black adding? Cut to Ribbons, meh. One Riveteer's Charm. The Rotting Registers are big. Maybe we just go straight Gruul. Maybe we add more card draw, and more Embercleaves, more Galtas, and just go Gruul smashy. So I think next time I try Dinosaurs, I'm not sure if Black's adding that much. For the cost of the mana base, for the cost of consistency, might not be worth it. On the other hand, Torens Monument, the deck was sweet. I actually don't have a whole lot to say about changing it. I'm sure there's other things that we could try. I wish we had one of those White Mane Lion bounce combo creatures. The sideboard maybe could be tuned up a little bit, but really, the deck was fun. It went really wide. Rumor Gatherer was kind of really impressive, like surprisingly impressive, but the deck actually felt good. It can go aggro, it can play control, so I think that one's actually a sweet one. So I would recommend Torens Monument, not only for Explorer, but we played it in Modern too, and it was sweet there too, but just got off of playing against you, a 3-year fan of the channel. Gotta say thanks. The game was one of the coolest moments of my Magic career. It was a super fun game. Good game, Estrogen. That was super, super fun. Good game. The combo, you played around it very well. You figured out that was trying to leave up removal for the Lotus God, and you played around the removal, so very good job. On that note, everyone, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So, reminders on the way out the door. Replay YouTube, that's where you can find all the old streams. Normal YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet. Oops. Normal YouTube, if you haven't seen it yet, check out the Rhino video. It's super, super sweet. And one more reminder that our sponsor today is Card Kingdom. If you need some magical cards, you can get them over at cardkingdom.com/mtggoldfish. And more, just as important, I don't want to say more importantly, because getting your cards at Card Kingdom is very important. But if you want another way to support the stream and the channel and the site, you can go over to mtggoldfishmerch.com, pick up our new playmat only until the end of the month. It looks really sweet. So most importantly, thank you to all of you. Y'all are amazing and awesome. Oh yeah, one other reminder. Viewer battle stream Tuesday. If you want a viewer battle sometime over the weekend or tonight, whenever, send me email. Let me know what you want to play. I'll add you to the list. So viewer battles on Tuesday, and I'll be looking forward to it. So thanks everyone for being awesome. I love y'all. Have an amazing night. Have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon.